Phoenix. This is the WNFC football kickoff Saturday action live in full effect. I'm Bo McMichael with the WNFC. That's the Women's National Football Conference. I got my two guys next to me, Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, about to call off this game. We got many games going on today. The first up to bat is the Atlanta Phoenix and the Alabama Fire. Gentlemen, how y'all doing today?
Great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing what I can with what I don't have sometimes. Getting ready for the kickoff, and it looks like we're getting ready to start here. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to take it away from you and let y'all call some games here for a minute.
The kickoff by Langley bobbled right there. He caught it about the 17, and that's where she's going to end up. That ball returned by Henry. And that's going to give some bad field position to the Alabama Fire to start this first quarter.
And we're going to get started off in just a couple things to remind everybody. We're going to be here for a while. We've got a couple of games planned. If the streams work accordingly, we'll get things started here and head over to New Orleans and then head out to Texas and then head out to Denver and then possibly San Diego, depending on how the world feels, to get things started here in the new conference of the Women's National Football Conference. We're here focused on the Atlanta Phoenix today versus the Alabama Fire. The Phoenix are on the road playing over in Birmingham, Alabama.
What do you think of these uniforms, Coach?
Well, they look nice, man.
We can see the numbers.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a good thing.
Tight end trips, look. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Throws it out to her left side. She's got a man. And nobody.
Stepped out of bounds.
She stepped out of bounds right there. Connection right there to number 19, Rashida Young.
So that's going to bring up first down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Huge play right there.
Got him in.
And just throw and catch right there. Just let it run up underneath it.
Just put trips to the field. Got singled up on the boundary side. Went for it on the first play of the season. And, we've known people that have done that before.
Oh, yeah.
Same look.
Same look. That tight end trips look. No, they flipped it.
Yep.
Quarterback in the gun, takes a snap,
Doing
throws it out again to her left side. I think we might have got away with a hold right there. I guess they deemed that ball uncatchable.
Yeah, she kind of walled her to the sideline right there. It's one of those things that you're glad that they don't call.
Well, yeah, I'm always glad when they don't call stuff on my team. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand that completely.
I don't get a whole lot of that, so.
It's going to bring up second down and 10 from the 45.
The quarterback lines up the gun. It's a doubles look. No, I'm sorry, tight end trips again. Quick give on the inside zone right there. And going to be swallowed up by that Phoenix defense. And no surprise right there, Carla Odom getting off the pile.
Yeah, that was nothing. It looked like they might have something there from the jump, but nice job of closing that inside gap right there.
Yeah, she and Tank Dorsey right there just kind of said, no, sir.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I like what the Fire have done to start off right here. They're keeping them spread out, giving themselves a nice, singled up receiver on the boundary side for a short throw right here.
I'm guessing that's where they're going to go back to. Quarterback waits on the snap. Oh, it's a dribbler right there. She picks it up and tries to sling it out.
Oh, broken up.
And I thought that might be a pick there for just a second. That ball dribbled back there, and we talk all the time, about what the keys to the game are.
What's your first one always, Coach?
And it's always quarterback center exchange. I thought Buchanan was going to pick that off right there.
Looks like it's going to bring up fourth down and 10 right here at the 45. Haven't seen a punt team yet.
Well, you just about got a punt right here. That's the only thing that makes sense. If you don't punt right here.
Here it comes.
Okay, here it comes. I was about to say, if you don't punt right here, that tells me you don't have very much confidence in your offense or you have mega confidence in your defense, one or the other.
And here's the other thing is there's no way they can get this off.
Yeah, they've waited way too long. This has got to be a delay.
Interesting punt formation here.
Isn't it? There's a snap and a low bouncing kick going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line.
Hello.
And here she comes around the corner. She's got some wheels.
Up to the 47 right there is going to bring up first down and 10 at the 47 for the Phoenix.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Snaking. That's Crystal Reese on the return.
It's horrible when you're mistaken.
Mistaken, yeah. No.
So we've seen the Fire have come out. They've been in a spread look. And we're going to have to see how, with good field position right here, you want to see how the Phoenix start off their opening drive of the 19 season.
Well, I tell you what, when I've watched them do their best, they're pounding the rock.
Yep.
And they come out in traditional gun with a slot to the right side. Quarterback in a gun. There's a snap. Langley drops, throws it out to her right-hand side, but just outside the reach of Jones, unable to pull that one down.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 46.
This is never what you want.
Yeah, you'd like to start it off and have something positive and not being 2nd and long right off the bat. But they did throw the ball on 1st down. It looks like they're getting a stacked and loaded box from the Fire right here.
They're daring them to run it, I'm sorry, daring them to throw it, I guess, is a better way to say it.
Well, they're going to run it, and they got the
ISO
corner.
Around the left side.
Ooh.
Got some room. Ball carried by number 7, Tony Fuller. It's going to be a nice pickup on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd and manageable. That's all you want.
3rd down and about 5 right here.
But you're right. The Fire, they got 5 people on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're playing an old 50 front. So I mean, they're what you said. They're going to dare them to throw the football. But if you can get to the edge on this, there's a lot of room to run.
Well, that's one of the downsides to the 50.
Ooh,
Quick give right there, but
nothing.
met in the backfield. Shakes the first person, but can't shake the second one. That was Shanice Wheeler, just unable to get out of the backfield, really. But she was hit at the mesh point, and that's never a good thing.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6 from the 49 right here. Looks like the Phoenix are going to punt and got a chance to really flip the field position in their favor after the long completion start the game for the Fire. It's been kind of a what you expect from an early season football game. It's, kind of a defense-dominated game.
Yep. Langley's out to punt. She handles all the kicking duties as well as the quarterbacking duties for the Phoenix.
So she's busy is what you're saying.
Yes, indeed.
Doubles look on the punt. Moved into a more traditional spread punt look right here.
Oh, high snap. Fielded well, though. And a nice high kick.
And it's
going to take a great Phoenix bounce. It's going to settle down what looks about the 9-yard line. Our sponsors for this evening for the Atlanta Phoenix are Dream Medical, Revolution Chiropractic, and Peach State Health Plan. The Women's National Football Conference is actually sponsored by Adidas and Rydell.
2 big-time sponsors right there,
Yes,
Coach.
sir. That lets you know it's a big-time league with big-time sponsors.
So it's 1st down and 10 at the 9-yard line right here. Looks like the Fire are going to stay in that trips tight end look. I think they're worried about that bad snap again.
Oh, yeah, I'd be worried about it. Quarterback in the gun. It's almost a bad snap right there. She throws it out to her left side, though.
Whoa.
Had a receiver. Looked like she just lost the ball.
Looked like they was going to try to run a little corner route right here. Good job by the corner for the Phoenix. Really kind of rerouting right there.
I'm surprised there's no laundry on the ground. They're going to.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
They did.
there it is.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line.
I believe you are correct, sir. No, it's the 21.
Oh, they're going to do a spot of the foul?
I believe so.
That works. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 21 right here.
Billingsley in the gun. Back offset to her left side. Got that tight end trips look to the right. There's a snap. Quick give.
Oh, hello.
Oh, man. Yeah. There was like everybody on the Phoenix defense was there for that one.
Should be a loss of 1 on the play. Should bring up 2nd down and 11 from the 20.
I tell you what, getting up from underneath the pile where there's 4 and 5 people on top of you every time, that'll get old.
It's not fun. It's funny that the Fire are playing this game at a tempo pace. They've been very quick to get on the ball, staying in the shotgun. Wondering if they were trying to bank on some conditioning, paying off for them in the end.
Billingsley sitting in the gun. It's that same look.
Pressure coming right here, Coach.
There's a snap. She drops. Looks to her right. Gets lots of pressure. Is able to get the ball out. So far, number 19, Rashida Young, is kind of who she's looking for.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 from the 25-yard line.
I don't think they've thrown the ball to anybody else yet.
They have not. They haven't even tried to.
That's my point. If you're only going to throw to one receiver, that sure does make it easy to play defense.
It should. We're talking about
That's true. There are some receivers that you can cover, and it ain't going to make a difference.
So, it should give you a hint about where the ball is going in a big down.
Tight end doubles look. Billingsley drops. Looks out to her right. Lets the ball fly. There's our first attempt to go to somebody else. That ball intended for number 15. Onefati. And I'm sure I butchered that name, and I apologize.
But she had what she wanted right there. If she catches that, she probably gets the 1st down.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6 at the 25, and we'll get to see the Fire punt again.
Well, if you're the Phoenix, do you come after this one, Coach Chapman?
I'm not. I just almost broke that last one. I'm going to try to see if I can get something going in the good field position by getting a good punt. The punt was low last time.
Yeah, you don't want to make them a snake.
No mistakes.
Drafting somebody for the punt team.
There it is.
All levels, ladies and gentlemen. All levels.
Here comes the new punt formation where there is the Notre Dame box in the backfield.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That is going to be a delay.
I was actually trying to see if they had enough people on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, still going to be 4th down.
Being 4th and 11 now, so that's kind of a big deal. It takes that if you were to jump off sides and give them 4th and 1, now 4th and 11, you got a chance. Now, if you wanted to come after it, I might be a little bit more inclined to do so.
I like the way you're thinking, buddy.
I still don't
like
understand.
They are going to bring some heat here.
I don't understand this punt formation, but that's just me.
She gets it out, and it's a better punt this time.
It's a great punt.
It's a big bounce.
But she may have outkicked her coverage right here down the sideline.
Well, they had her
pinned.
They had her pinned on the sideline. Another good return.
Yeah, she's all the way down to the 38-yard line.
By Reese right there.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
All right.
So right now the Phoenix have done exactly what they wanted to do. They've held on 2 drives and they flipped the field position. So now they're sitting on the edge of scoring position right here.
Well, you're, 18 yards from the red zone?
Yeah.
That's a good place to start.
And, we've seen it in the past. They've probably got a pretty decent field goal kicker. Looks like they're coming out in right formation right here.
Working on some personnel issues.
Yep.
Some direction here. Langley under center. Split backs. Some quick toss out of the right side. Just an old school toss. And there goes Wheeler. And she's able to keep her feet for a little bit and pick up some positive yardage right there. See, this is, and again, you were talking earlier about the 50. You know, and I said I think the Phoenix are at their best when they're running the ball, and you were talking about getting the edge.
Yep.
And that's just, I mean, I don't see what the Fire's going to do if they don't make an adjustment. I mean, you just keep running the same stuff.
Yeah, and right now, you know, you gain 4 on first down, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 right here. But, you know, wise old man once told me if you keep running and gaining 4 yards, then you just keep doing that.
Well, here's a different look. Trips out to the left side, single receiver to the right.
And there's straight zero coverage right here.
Langley back in the gun.
Ooh. No, they're in cover 3.
And there's a snap. Langley fakes the zone. Takes off. Ball in her own hands right around the left side.
She's going to gain 2 or 3 down to the 31.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd manageable. You know, that's really what you want. I think when you're obviously you want to score touchdowns every play, but you know, in reality, if you can have 3rd manageables, you know, that's what football's about, 3rd down.
So you got 3rd and 3 right here at the 31-yard line. Surely this is 2-down territory.
Well, Langley's going under center.
Toss sweep.
Looks like she's going to get an eye backfield, offset eye. Well, no, they changed it.
Oh, got a little flanks look.
So I'm thinking some kind of zone.
Quarterback.
Langley just picks it up and runs around the left side.
Nice stiff
arm.
arm.
She'll get it.
She fumbled it out of bounds.
Ground,
But she's going to pick up 5 right there on 3rd down and 3. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, she was tackled by Fincher from the Fire. I'll tell you what, so far so good for the Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean they're controlling the game right now. They've got it at the pace that they want it to be at. And they're right now they've just picked up, a 1st down and basically they're bleeding the clock. Alabama appears to want to play fast.
There's Trips, toss out of the right side to the Trips. And no doing. That ball carried by number 16, Brittany Smith. But she's gonna be brought down by number 1 from the Fire, Henry.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 14. Ball back on the 30. Could see a throwing situation right here.
Well, Langley throws a pretty good ball, so I don't think they have anything to worry about. If it's me in a game like this, especially when them packing a line of scrimmage, I'd be looking for my tight end somewhere.
They just broke the huddle with 12. Let's see if they get him with the penalty. They did.
There it is. I tell you what, I wish they'd let me play with 12. I guarantee I'd be better.
If we had 12 people, that'd just be one more person to screw up, Coach.
Well, sadly, I've actually been a part of something where I walked down to the defense coordinator and I said, hey, man, what's going on with defense? And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, we played the last 3 plays with 12 people. And the team was still driving, sadly.
I've never had that. I just wish that sometimes I could play with 12.
Okay. They threw the flag again.
They're going to bust them with delay right here. No, false start.
Geez, who was that on? I didn't see that.
I don't know.
Still 2nd down. Well, what started out as a really good drive. Okay, at this point, we're further back than where we started.
Yep, 2nd and 24, ball on the 40, screen down.
And, well, it's early season. How many screens you got in? Quick throw out to the left side. Hit stick. She's going to stay up, though. Nice job by Elizabeth.
We're going to get down, gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 20 from the 36.
That's just bad defense right there. If you hit and wrap, you got a big play. But instead, you come up and you want to hit stick somebody, and a decent back, and it's not going to go down because you hit them.
Well, they gave her to the 35, so it'll bring up 3rd and 19 at the 35. Now, question for you, Coach. You don't get this. You going to punt this and try to pin them back deep?
No, I don't think so. Oh, bad snap right there. Langley just falls on it. Oh, yes, NFL rules. You better go tag her.
Yep, she just sit there already. Well, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you kind of joining us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We're on all different locations here today at the Alabama Fire. Glad to have you with us here on the week 1 of the Women's National Football Conference. I'm Bo McMichael with my host Adam Collins and Craig Chapman calling the action. And realistically, this could be a long night, which is exciting because we have a lot of opportunities throw out there for you. Next game up, possibly the North Florida Pumas versus the New Orleans Hippies. So we're throwing that out there and seeing if they're going to be able to throw us a stream our way. If not, we'll let you know where you can go to actually watch that game. As you can see at the bottom, you get a little bit more information about the Women's National Football Conference and their sponsorship and also all the teams that are involved. We got great matchups here tonight. I'm going to be scrolling those matchups in the top right-hand corner.
And there's the kick from Langley.
Wow.
Nice punt.
Fielded at the 10.
Uh-oh. Coverage doesn't look real good, though.
No.
And she's got the edge. She's got some help, and she ran out again. I'm starting to wonder if Rashida Young knows that the white is out of bounds. That's the second time where I thought, okay, that's it. That's going to the house.
Right. And she just runs straight onto the white right there on that part. So it's definitely interesting. Well, we're so excited to have the Women's National Football Conference back here. We run a network called Score 58 Network, and we're in partnerships with the Women's National Football Conference. So it's always nice to be able to bring you multiple games. We're going to act like a red zone here coming about 8 o'clock. All the rest of the games will be kicking off here. We do have some other games occurring, but a lot of games across the country. The teams spread out through about a 15-team region between the Pacific Division and the Atlantic Division. So we'll do our best to kind of give you the best information we can as the games go on. Once again, the Alabama Fire is in the yellow. The Atlanta Phoenix in the gray. Good job to see the numbers.
Oh, it's great.
Appreciate Adidas bringing the uniforms in for us. Rydell and Adidas, major sponsors here of the WNFC.
Billingsley takes a snap. They run a toss of their own.
They got the corner.
And I don't understand. At one point, one of the DBs was chasing a receiver like.
In man coverage.
Okay, but once the ball breaks the line of scrimmage, you probably need to come up and make that play. Big run there by Henry for Alabama.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line right here.
She needs to get her chin strap checked. That's the second time her helmet's come off.
Yeah. I would say something, but I'm not going to do it.
What would you say?
Write it down.
No, it's not anything bad. I was just saying that a couple years ago at Auburn, they told one of my former players that he needed to cut his hair because that's the reason why his helmet kept popping off. And I can't tell you the response he gave the equipment manager. It was not good.
So first and 10 here for the Fire. They got some good stuff happening. There's a snap. Billingsley throws it out to her left. And should have been picked right there.
And if she picks that, there's nobody left.
No. Well, the thing is, if the ball is thrown properly, that might be a touchdown.
And if she would have, and her and the receiver would have been on the same page, it might have been a touchdown anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She had a receiver breaking to the corner right there. If she puts that ball out in front of her, she's probably going to the house.
She had a chance to throw 2 touchdowns on that play, one to the defense and one to the offense.
But, as Madden says, when they didn't catch it, that's why they play defense.
And he is very true. If you're a Falcons fan, you understand what I'm talking about.
All right. Billingsley under center.
There's the toss again.
Toss out to the left side.
Ooh.
Nice block right there. I'm not sure who that was that caught the edge. She's run down by Odom eventually.
That's going to bring up first down and 10 all the way down at the 43-yard line.
I think that was number 2 for the Fire with that big block that got the edge. No, that was 24 running the ball. It did include a 2.
That would be a timeout right there for the Phoenix.
That's going to be the first time out of the game.
Yeah. I'm betting that they're talking about how to stop the toss sweep.
Yeah, that's something you want to talk about.
While we have a second here, Coach, let me make mention that the WNFC this year will be wearing helmet patches or helmet stickers with the number 9 on it to honor Tashara Bull Turnbull, a member of the Atlanta Fire that passed away last year. She had a love for the game of football. She was a esteemed member of the Fire, and the Fire is very appreciative of all the WNFC for the dedication and honoring and remembering Tashara Bull Turnbull.
You can see the logo in the upper left-hand corner of your screen.
So, Coach, just one question. How, if you're going to play man coverage on the back end and they're going to run a toss sweep, how are you going to what are you trying to do to defend the toss?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to send somebody outside, but I think you come out of man coverage.
Play a little cover 2 maybe?
Play cover 2 right there, have your corner sit tough.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have our opportunity for our first phone-in conversation. We got the general manager, the owner of the Atlanta Phoenix. April, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. Well, hey, look at technology working to the best capability possible. April, we can hear you. Talk to us a little bit about the team in this new league. We're waiting kind of in anticipation with this first game.
Well, Atlanta, we're fortunate in that we retained a lot of veterans, and we didn't get a lot of turnover or churn. So I got a lot of experience on the field that came back. We had about 30-plus players that came back from last year, and so that's always an advantage. And so, coming into the game, we're real confident that it's just a matter of knocking out the jitters for some of our new girls. So we've given them a look on the field initially, but I'm excited. I mean, I'll probably give you some crappy answers because I'm also knocking out my jitters too for the first game.
Right. Well, I mean, in the middle of our conversation, we watch roughly a 20-yard gain for the Fire here, and they're inside, almost clicking on the tails of the red zone here. Talk to us a little bit about the league itself. I'm going to let you have an opportunity to talk about the Women's National Football Conference. We have a big night here. This is week 1. What is, we're 15 games strong, or 15 teams strong here in the WNFC. What is the overall plan? What is labeled Phase 1? So talk to us a little bit about Phase 1.
Phase 1 is exposure. Is exposure and really getting the brand out there, getting people comfortable with knowing that, we're a new league and that we're different. A lot of people want to say something's better or what have you, but for us, we're just concentrating on what we can do that's added value that we didn't have, we think, in any of the other leagues that were out there. So we're kind of concentrating on beefing up the marketability, the visibility. Again, branding is really big, and getting a new, any kind of new entity, startup is just making sure that people are aware that you look different, you operate different, you move different. So we're really promoting a lot of the differences that we're bringing. And one of the main differences is the level of competitiveness. This league has got a lot of the more competitive teams that were from around the other leagues, and quality over quantity. We just feel like if you're going to be premier, you're going to be elite. It's about making it so, and that not everybody and their grandmother can just start up a team and in their neighbor's backyard or what have you, and say that you're going to come out here and try to make a difference in women's football and promote it and propel it. And that's what it's about for us. It's really about elevating the awareness and elevating the standard of women's football, more so than trying to do anything other than just make everybody in women's football proud of the product that we put on the field.
Well, talk to us a little bit about the two sponsors that the Women's National Football Conference was able to bring on, Adidas and Rydell. Adidas is the sponsor here of all the uniforms. The uniforms look very nice. Chris, we get excited because we can see the numbers. That's the number one thing, is that we can actually see the numbers and be able to tell you who's making the run, who's making the tackle. How were you able to kind of bring those into a partnership within this league?
Man, and that's one of the biggest differences, right? And no time in women's football have we ever had a corporate sponsor, a global brand, to stand behind us the way that Adidas has and has outfitted the entire league. It gives us another component that we wanted to highlight, which is consistency and uniformity. And some other leagues, they thought that maybe uniformity and unity was about, everybody coming under one umbrella. But for us, it's really the uniformity and the message. And a part of the messaging is how we look. A part of the branding is how we look, and that we have a cohesive look. And Adidas gets it. Those brands that are big, they get it. They get that we all need to look not necessarily the same, but we need to have a common theme. And Adidas has been just really, man, I know a lot of words, but I don't have a word for how awesome we feel about Adidas as a sponsor. The Atlanta Phoenix uniforms, I'm biased. I think that they look better than everybody else's. If you know me, I'm that kind of person.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's a good gray. What do their home jerseys look like? I mean, they're two sets of jerseys or one set?
We have two jerseys, and all I'm going to tell you is that our other jersey is white, and that's all I'm saying.
All right. So very interesting that you say that it's white on that part. Our first home game is at Pebblebrook, August 20th. Talk to a little bit about the people back home watching this game right now. Give a little insight of what should they expect in their first home game.
Again, this league is about differences and elevating the standard. And one thing we've done is we've brought a consistent media outlet to everybody. So even if you're at home, of course, we want you to come out and experience us live. But what we're going to bring people at home is the ability to see us live, as well as our fans that are around the nation. And we have fans in 28 countries, for them to be able to see us live as well on our WNFC TV platform, which we will be expanding into Apple TV, Roku, Chromecast, Amazon Fire TV. Again, another first, another difference in this league that you haven't seen in women's football. And so we put a lot of effort in the few months that we've been building this. We put a lot of emphasis on some really professional, great media exposure and branding. And again, with me being the head of marketing, mostly IT lately, I speak a lot about the marketing and getting messages out and the digital platform. That's really big for us. And at home, Atlanta's going to give you Atlanta's going to be Atlanta. We're going to be swaggy. We're going to be entertaining. And we hope to have some amazing touchdown dances before the end of this game. And we'll give you lots of that at our home game at Pebblebrook as well.
Well, talk to us one last thing. We got the 2019 Cup. It's number 9 Cup Championship weekend, June 29th, 2019, at the Mary Kay Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Talk to us a little bit about the fans. They can expect a little bit about information about that.
Well, and this is going to be a recurring theme, it seems like. Another first in the WNFC. We were able to solidify a location and an agreement with Denver for our 9 Cup. In Denver, Colorado, at an amazing stadium there. And this will be the first time that the fans are aware of a championship this early in the season, so that they can prepare and come out and support their team live. And in this stadium, we're going to be, we're going to, I don't want to tell too many secrets, but we plan on having a very show. The venue supports it. It'll be a great backdrop. We hosted the national championship game in 2018, and it was extremely exciting, and the fan experience was high and energetic. And so I've learned from that championship, and I'll take the mistakes that I made in that one and correct them, fill in the gaps. And if you give me a second chance to do it, I mean,
Yeah, it's the old
see what I get.
right.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
you missed that one chance to get the touchdown, and you get another opportunity for the touchdown. That's definitely understandable. So I
Absolutely.
grab that. Now next week, the Atlanta Phoenix are on the road against the North Florida Pumas, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are we going to be able to? Will North Florida be able to stream that so those fans here in the Atlanta area be able to watch that? What is the outcome of that right now?
North Florida has been super engaged, and they have always been about branding and elevating their their experience as well. And so they're going to be streaming. They've got an owner down there that promotes the brand and is trying to do the same thing that we're doing. And really, when we look for teams to come into the league, we look for teams that understood the agenda and were like-minded. And so North Florida is one of those teams. I feel confident that they're gonna have a really good streaming experience, and I'll work with them to do that, because everywhere we go, I want to make sure that anybody who's responsible for the streaming, makes us look good.
Right.
So,
More of the information you get out. Well, Birmingham's turned into a wonderful stadium. It's a great atmosphere right off the interstate. We wish you the best. It's just started here the second quarter. We're going to go ahead and back to the telecast. April, thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to talking to you. Hopefully we get a chance to speak with you after the game as we head into some other games this evening. Thanks so much, April. Congratulations on starting this wonderful new league, Women's National Football Conference. Check us out on the WNFC TV site. We'll be back with more information, handing it over to Adam and Craig. Thanks so much.
Down in 3.
That ball carried by Tony Fuller. Nice pickup where she started outside, saw the seam, and just came back across.
Well, that's the whole point about blocking that zone. You give your back a chance to see and pick where they want to go. So you got it short yardage right here. It kind of keeps your playbook. You've got everything that at your disposal right here.
Yeah, I think maybe you take a shot. Something funny here. Maybe somebody come across the middle. There's a snap. Langley drops.
There across the middle.
Oh, and she could not find the handle.
And that's unfortunate because that was wide open. Good call, Coach.
And there. Just hit her right in the breadbasket, and sometimes that's the worst thing you can do.
The hardest ball to catch is the one that hits you right in the hands. So it brings up a crucial third down, because after that last long drive, you'd like to give your defense a chance to sit down over there, make some adjustments. Need to keep the ball for a little bit right here if you're the Phoenix.
True gun look. Slot out to the left side. Langley in the gun, waiting on the snap.
There are a ton of people in the box.
Yes. And she rolls to her right.
Oh.
And she tries to dump it off to number 7, Tony Fuller, and she can't find the handle.
And that's a shame, too, because that play had something to it right there.
Well, it did. They started that way, and they were running at her and kind of left Fuller all by herself. She was going to run for a little while.
Yes, she was. She had a chance to make that. That didn't just happen to be a first down. That could have been a big play.
But, it's one of those things, sometimes it's hard to just throw and catch.
And it's also early. We forget we've been doing football since, February?
Yeah.
And this is their first game. So, as was referenced on the phone call, there may be some jitters in here.
Well, and everybody's getting on the same page. I don't care if you played together before or not. It takes a while.
Yep. So we're going to get a punt right here on 4th down and 3.
And Langley out to kick. Oh, good gravy. And
It's going to be delay.
yeah, that snap scared me a little bit. That one looked like it might go over her head, but it just kind of looped back there.
What'd they call? Oh,
They just got a first down. What was the call?
They obviously called illegal participation.
Delay a game on the defense.
So the ball will be at the 39, and it will be first down and 10.
And so the Phoenix get a gift.
They don't ask you how, Coach.
Yeah, see if we can get something done here now.
I'd come back to the toss off the little, with the zone blocking scheme. But with all those people in the box, that the little flare screen may not be a bad option right here as well.
That's a great idea. And they're playing outside now, trying to take away the toss.
Tried to go inside on the slant right there. Pass was broken up.
Ball thrown into traffic. Intended for Jones. I tell you what, though, when you throw right there, she threw into a crowd.
Yes, she did.
That's rarely a good idea.
So, I mean, and the other thing is this: to the single receiver side, you're getting such a cushion right now. That it would be easy to just pitch and catch right there.
I don't understand why they don't go quick screen up at the top right here.
Yeah, because you got them outnumbered.
Well, not just that, but people are 10 yards off.
They're going to call holding.
Yep. And so this is going to go back. Ball carried by number 4, Shanice Wheeler. Brought down by number 10, Renika Brown. But it's not going to matter. It's going to be a hold, and if I'm the Fire, I would definitely take that. Holding being a spot foul and whatnot.
I think they're going to call it from the line of scrimmage. So that will back it up to second down and 20.
That's never a good thing.
You don't like second and 20, Coach?
No, that's not one of the things that's on the top of my list. But it's okay because, the Phoenix has had a chance for a couple of really big plays.
Yep.
And things just didn't pan out. So now's the time to start clicking. There's a snap. Langley drops, looks out to her right side, lets it fly, has a receiver, and there it is. Nice little throw and catch. Ball caught by number 11, Jones.
Pick that 10 yards back up.
And now you're looking at, 3rd and 10. But, you're not.
You're not in the same kind of.
At least you're back to the original line of scrimmage.
I would think that you're going to get to see something very similar like this.
There's a snap. Langley rolls right. Decides to pull the ball down and take off.
Wow.
It looked like her head might have bounced on that one.
Yeah. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10, and we're going to get to punt again.
But Langley quick to let the defense know that she was okay.
Yeah, she hopped right back up right there.
That's what you like to see is when somebody really takes a nasty hit for them to just pop right back up and then come to the sideline and ooh and ow. Don't let the defense see it.
Yeah, get to the sideline before you check and make sure everything's still where it's supposed to be.
Well, our sponsors for the Phoenix this evening, Dream Medical, Revolution Chiropractic, and Peach State Health Plan.
And we're very thankful for Rydell and Adidas being the sponsors of the WNFC.
And Langley's waiting on a snap. Oh, good Lord. The ball, the way it comes out is weird.
Yeah.
Decent punt. Great roll. And looks like the Fire going to have to start about their own 29.
So 1st and 10 at the 29 right here for the Fire as we move on into the second quarter in a scoreless game. If I'm the Phoenix right here, I'm looking for toss sweep.
I'm looking for number 19.
Okay, fair.
There was a throw to her in the corner of the right side of the end zone where if she or the DB, either one had taken the initiative, either one of them could have caught the ball, but both of them just kind of stood there and watched the other one. And again, that's one of those things that you work on and you emphasize at practice. But I always wonder with teams who play professional ball, how many of these ladies is this all they do?
Yeah.
They have to work regular jobs, a lot of them. So, how much practice time do you get? Because I'm sure their coaches are emphasizing attacking the ball in the air and all that kind of stuff. But it's the first game. Everybody's a little nervous.
Looks like we got a little empty right here.
It does. Billingsley in the gun.
I'd keep my eyes on number 10 running down the seam.
And
we're going to get delay.
There's a flag on the ground, and it's a delay game. So back them on up.
That's one thing as a coach that you can't have. You can't have a delay game after a change of possession. That can't happen. That's got to be something where, you have a play in mind and you're coming right off the sideline. You're on the ball, attacking and getting ready to go. You can't have a delay.
Well, that seems like something I've already been thinking about.
Yeah.
There's a snap. Quick throw out to the left side. Ball caught. I'd be willing to bet just number 19.
Nope.
No. I was wrong. That's 32. Ball caught by number 32 for the Fire, Francesca Long. But she's brought down quickly for about, what's that look like?
9-yard gain.
A 9-yard gain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it was.
Had the penalty.
Good job, man. That's why you make the big bucks, buddy.
Sometimes.
Kind of a funky, empty look. There's a snap. Billingsley slings it out. Got a receiver again. She's brought down eventually by number 5, Reese.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1.
Well, that's a big play right here.
It is.
What you going to do?
If I'm the Phoenix, I'm bringing something right here. But I'm bringing it off the edge because I'm expecting toss sweep. But they're in the gun, so it's either going to be
I think they throw it again.
Inside zone or a quick screen.
There's a snap. Quick give around the right side.
Should have came off the edge.
She's got room.
Wow.
Nice run right there by Thomas from the Fire.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 46.
There was no edge support right there.
None at all. And that's that's what you got to look at what they've been successful at. They haven't hurt you in the middle. They've run one play in the middle and it got smashed for, -1.
They hit you on the edge with a reverse. They hit you on the edge with a toss a couple times.
Yep.
You got to scratch where it itches.
And if you're calling defenses, then you got to assume that they're going to do what's been the most beneficial to them. You got to bring somebody off the edge.
All right, I'm going to keep doing the same stuff till you stop me.
Exactly.
There's a little high snap. Billingsley's able to pull it down.
Speed out again.
Throws it out to her left side. Pass intended for number 32. That's Long.
That's the same play they ran right after they had the delay of game. So they're going back to what's been successful. I wouldn't be surprised to see the toss right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him, fake the toss and try to throw that backside corner route either. There goes number 19 to the field, Coach.
I tell you what, man. I'm waiting on the counter off the toss.
Well, they got you with the reverse. So the counter would be the next step,
Yeah. I'm fake that toss and give it back to somebody underneath, pulling the backside around.
And what
have everybody block it back. That looked
That
like a
was
direct
nice.
snap, and I don't think that was intentional.
It was not.
And Billingsley is swarmed under. It looked like the charge led right there by number 33, Myers for the Phoenix.
Coach, we've had the chance to watch the Phoenix play, and I don't think it would be a stretch to say that, they're really stout in the middle and that Carla Odom is a difference maker And so right now, by running to the edge and throwing the ball to the edge, they're kind of trying to take her out of the game.
I think it's a good plan. I'd spread them out and try to hit the edges and throw little quick passes.
I mean, you're sitting here right now at 3rd and 14. You still got a chance to do exactly what they talked about. They are 6 yards deep in the shotgun. That's a long way to be in the shotgun right there.
Billingsley in the gun. There's a snap, and I think somebody cheated. I'm pretty sure we had movement over there on the left side. And there it is. Me and the white hat saw the same thing. That doesn't happen a lot.
Why you say that, Coach?
Well, because usually they see, like, awful stuff, and either that or they don't see it, you know.
Most of the time they don't see it.
My defensive end's getting mugged, and, you know.
They either don't see it or they make up things that they thought they saw.
That guy's got his jock strap now, and, you know, he didn't see him get held. And I was like, okay. I get a little animated during the games, I'm just here to tell you.
Nah, you're calm, cool, and collected always. So now it's 3rd down and 19 right here. I'm definitely looking for something vertical.
Yeah, I think they should block with both backs and throw the –
somebody.
I think she thought she was going to run a corner route right there. Because that's what I was going to throw was the corner right there to number 19.
Looked like the receiver blocked.
Yeah. Sometimes people zig when they should zag, you know what I'm saying? Well, again, it's early in the season, and, you know, I'm not sure. Are they running people in with the plays?
No.
Or are they signaling it in?
They've got to be signaling them in because they're in a no huddle.
When you signal it in, you know, you add another layer of possibility to screw it up.
Yep. And we've got to be getting close now, you know, to the time where, you know, you start to question what you're doing on both sides on offense, because other than the one little scoring opportunity that, you know, Alabama had, you know, the Atlanta Phoenix got the ball at the 38-yard line and then ended up punting from the, you know, 40-yard line. So there's got to be some doubt creeping in right here. You know, are we going to be able to do this? Or are we going to be able to score? There comes delay again. Or ineligible. They got too many people on the field.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, you know, offense always trails defense, especially early in the season, simply because to play defense, you got to be a runner and a hitter. That's it. Playing offense, there's lots of moving parts if you're going to do it the right way.
Yep.
So Alabama lines up the kick. It's a low snap.
Ooh, there was a hold back there, too.
Able to get it off. Fielded.
Nice job of fielding that.
At about the 35-yard line. Going to end up going backwards, though. But it was a good job to catch the ball off the hop right there, because that could have bounced off of somebody and it could have been really bad.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 33. You got to look right here. The Phoenix needs something positive to happen for them on offense right here. They've done a good job, or they have done a good job of being able to weather the storm. And they've played a lot of defense this quarter, though.
Well, defense always plays really well. Offense sometimes drags a little bit, especially early in the season. But I feel like that the Fire is giving them some stuff.
Yes.
You know, like right here, I know it's to the short side of the field, but you still got 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That's 5 yards.
I mean, you got to take what's being given to you.
Langley under center. Gives on the ISO.
Nice run.
She's going to power through that carry by number 15, Brandy Pringle. And she does a nice job of fighting and is able to get what looks to be about 2, maybe 3 yards when she was greeted in the backfield. Unfortunately, there's another Fire player down. Hopefully she's okay, just maybe a little shaken up. But that gives us a chance to talk about our sponsors for the evening for the Atlanta Phoenix. Dream Medical, Revolution Chiropractic, and Penn State Health Plan. I could use some.
Was it Penn State
That's
Health?
what I said. Peach State health plan.
There, Peach State, I got
you guys have to listen.
That's our bad, Coach.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we were doing this game somewhere else because when you said Penn State, I started looking around. I mean,
oh, Coach, so many jokes.
We're not in Vermont yet, so.
Well, you know, I tell you what, I could use some Revolution chiropractor right about now. spent the last week splitting wood.
Hey, that doesn't sound like that's any fun at all.
Man, I tell you what. How long?
We got 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
Well, you know, this would be a great time to put together a drive, go in at half, up.
Yeah, and then get the ball to start the second half.
There you go.
A little make it, take it action.
Kicking it old school. For those of you that are obviously tuning in for this wonderful game right here and missing out on the first Final Four game, Auburn is up 59-57.
And you're doing a great job of multitasking. Sorry for that pop.
It's all right. I oftentimes like pop.
Yeah, I understand that.
Soda pop, snap pop.
Top right-hand corner of the game, we got the Houston Heat and the Texas Elite Spartans will be kicking off here shortly. And we'll be bringing that action to you as soon as we get that feed brought into us. And we also have another game that'll be brought into us here. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to have the Nebraska Nighthawks versus the Denver Bandits. Haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Yes, especially that they spelled it N-I-T-E.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
They busted out and said no more GHTs. It's just not happening, man. Just not happening. It's overrated.
Overused letters.
I would agree with you on that part. So during the halftime, or when the Phoenix go to halftime, we will bring in the commissioner of the league and do a little phone interview with her as well. Get more of insight about what the Women's National Football Conference is going through here. For those people that multitasking out there, Auburn 59, Virginia 57. The Braves up 1-0 against the Marlins, working on their 4-game winning streak. And if you haven't had a chance, go to Paramount.com and watch Wife Swap's first episode. I've heard there's a very interesting atmosphere in that whole hefty Mary Poppins role. So it looked like the injured player number 4 for the Alabama Fire will be coming off.
That's good news. She's walking off under her own power. That's always a good sign.
I would agree with you on that.
She looks shaken up, though. That's Fincher. She's had several big plays on defense for the Fire.
So far, it hasn't been much of an offensive explosion, by no means, for both teams. Talk to me a little bit, gentlemen, about what you're seeing being this first game. I mean, a lot of us, we have to get past the point that we've been watching football since February. I heard you say that, Craig, a little bit towards that atmosphere. This is being their first game, really getting an opponent. They haven't even had a chance to have a preseason.
Wow, look at this front. Somebody's lined
they
up
got all lined up. Langley rolls left. And she sags her elbow, and it goes into the ground.
Well, right now what you're seeing is, you know, there's a difference in the defensive fronts. You know, the Phoenix are playing a 4-down front. The Fire are playing a 5-down front. It's a lot harder. The 5-down front messes with your blocking. You can't really get people off the linebackers and things like that. And you don't know, you know, the film situation. You don't know if they scouted this, what they had, what knowledge they had of it coming in. So, you know, anything different than what you've practiced against for the majority of the time is going to give you you know, maybe a hard time until you get to halftime. But you got 3rd and 7 right here.
Here we go, I backfield.
Counter.
Langley give right there off the left side.
Uh-oh, she's going to get the first down.
Nice, tough run there by number 7, Tony Fuller.
All the way up to 45-yard. That was a 9-yard run on 3rd down and 7 right there, Coach.
Well, that's money, you know. But, again, they're best when they're running the football. I think if Langley will just calm down a little bit and get into a groove, she'll be fine.
You know, they've had a couple of chances where they had some open receivers. They just didn't catch the ball.
Well, that's the thing. And, you know, the times that she throws a great ball, somebody drops it, and then somebody's wide open, and she, you know, drops her elbow and the ball hits the ground, you know.
So 1st and 10 here at the 45. We got a true I backfield.
And she pulls the ball down quick. Langley does to try to get what she can get.
Picked up about 4 right there, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Well, 2nd and 7. They only gave her 3.
Tell you what, man, it's been a good defensive game. If you like defense, this is where it's at, man.
Yeah, it's been it's just been an interesting dynamic of 2 different fronts.
Really nice facility too. I like
Yeah.
the Birmingham Southern facility.
2nd down and 7. Looks like we got motion from the fullback. There's your toss.
And Fuller.
Got the edge, coach.
Yep, I thought they were going to get him for a hold right there on number 90. But
All the way down to the 39, coach.
and just like that, the Phoenix are on the move.
That's an 11-yard gain and a 1st down. Well, I think the tackle did a really nice job right there of letting go, because it would have been real easy to grab a hold and try to hold that edge right there. But, you know, you got to realize sometimes your back is faster than that defensive end.
Well, you got to hope so.
So 1st down and 10 at the 39 right here.
And give on the inside right there. And just enough to
Yeah.
bring her down. That ball carried by number 4, Wheeler. Got shoestringed.
Yep. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 38. I like the plan right here, though. Went back to the counter because it worked. Had a chance right there. Like you said, grabbed by the shoestring. It's got to be getting close down to around 3 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Phoenix doing a nice job of putting together that drive to eat up some clock right here.
Yeah, you definitely want to cash in. But if nothing else, the defense is getting some rest. Langley on the give on the inside again.
Nice job.
That ball carried by number 23. That is Shadella Reese.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 33.
Tell you what, that's one of the things that I've noticed about the Phoenix is the stable of running backs.
Oh, yeah.
It really helps your running game when you got 4 or 5 people you can trust to run the football.
So we got a tight end, or timeout, not a tight end, a timeout right here for Atlanta. And while we have that, we're going to join in up top with the San Diego Rebellion and the San Diego Surge.
So it's an all San Diego football game.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game, coach.
You got to like that. Again, great uniforms.
Yes. Like the color schemes. And it looks like the Rebellion are right on the edge of the red zone right here.
And the Surge uniforms look kind of like the Titans.
Yeah, they do. So it looks like they've got just tight end trips to the field. Rebellion will run the toss. Bobbled it.
Still,
Nice tackle right there.
I thought she might get the edge, but uh-oh. Okay.
Loss of 1 right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down 11. Phoenix are back from the timeout right now. 3rd down and 4 at the 33. There's your speed out right there, coach.
There it is. That's all you got to do. Just give Langley some short stuff, just a little throw and catch. Let her get settled in. Ball caught by number 6, Mosley.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 23. We have another Fire player down on the field. Out in San Diego, the Rebellion are down inside the 10-yard line. Little zone read for the quarterback right there. ball was carried by number 47, Martine Kaninga. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. I did. So, looks like there may be a timeout on both games. All right. All right. So, the Phoenix are back 1st and 10 on the 23.
Just so you know, at home, you got the Phoenix and the Alabama Fire to your left, and then the San Diego Rebellion and the San Diego Surge to your right. You can see our sponsors down there at the bottom, and the ticker at the bottom is also the ticker for the Atlanta Phoenix Alabama Fire game.
And the Phoenix had a false start, so that backs them up. Be 1st and 15 at the 28.
True gun look. Slot out to the right side. There's a snap. Give around the right side, a little lead. And looks like they're going to get a first down.
It's going to bring up 2nd down, Coach. Remember, they had the penalty.
Oh, okay.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Couldn't see the other stick. Yeah, I should have worn my glasses.
Your glasses?
Yes.
All right, so 2nd down and 7. It looks like we're going to get, what's this, you got slot left right here, Coach?
Indeed. It's true gun. Langley sitting there waiting on the snap. There's a snap. She's looking to her left. She lets it fly. Has
Wide
a man
open.
Wide open in the end zone.
Caught, touchdown.
And just like that, the Phoenix are on the board. I have a tough time making out that number. Is that 13?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good job, fellas. That ball caught by Elizabeth.
And just what we talked about, the Phoenix are able to drive down right there right before half, put it in the end zone, have a chance to come back and get the ball to start the second half. Out in San Diego, the Rebellion are inside the 5, or at the 6, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Bad snap on the extra point for the Phoenix. So that'll be a no good on the extra point attempt. And it's 6-0. Phoenix late in the second quarter.
Rebellion taking around the left edge right there.
Down at about the 1 or the 2 yard line. Got 1 minute left to go in the first half here with the Phoenix and the Fire. Looks like the Rebellion had an illegal formation right there. So that's going to back them up to the 11 yard line. Update from the Final Four. Virginia scores late with 0.6 seconds left to beat Auburn 63-62.
They fouled a three-point shot that was off target, and the guy just barely brushed him, and they called it. Yeah.
Terrible.
The whole world hates Auburn. That's how it is.
Phoenix kickoff. Angled it.
It's going to be picked up at about the 25-yard line. She's going to bring it back to the center. Going to end up at about the 30. Not a bad return.
Good job by the Phoenix right there to angle that kickoff. Kind of pin her on the sideline over there.
She comes up lame, though. That's Presley on the return for the Fire. She looks a little gimpy.
So 1st and 10 from the 30. 1 minute, just under a minute to go here in the first half. Be interested to see where the Fire go with this thing. You know, if the indications all first half have been they're going to throw the football down the field. And when they throw the football down the field, they're going to be looking for Rashida Young. So I would make sure that I had number 19 covered right here, wouldn't you, Coach?
I would absolutely sit on number 19.
Out in San Diego, we got a scramble, a throw to the end zone to a
nice.
wide open receiver for a touchdown for the Rebellion.
That is a big quarterback.
With the ability to move.
Billingsley takes a snap, throws it down the right side.
That's got to be offensive pass interference
They
right
get
there.
tangled up right there. But they're going to make a no call, which is probably a good idea.
You could say that it was, as the NFL announcers like to say, hand fighting.
Yeah.
Point after attempt in San Diego right here. The Rebellion are lining up to kick the PAT. Snap, touch, kick is away, and it is good. So in the first quarter in San Diego, it's Rebellion 7, Surge nothing.
Oh, ball bounces back to Billingsley. Had a receiver open, just couldn't connect.
And as we're coming close to the end of the first half here at Birmingham, we will go live over to the San Diego Rebellion, San Diego Surge game. Glad that we were able to see actually both touchdowns scored. What's the odds of that on that part? Don't know if we'll be able to get into the Texas Elite game. Dealing with some overall web issues, so we'll see what happens here. But we will bring in a couple of the commissioner of the league here with a phone call here at halftime.
Billingsley under a lot of pressure right there, just tosses it up.
I think that's
pretty
legal.
sure that's an offensive lineman that caught it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
there's
yeah,
the penalty.
That's a problem.
That'll be illegal touching.
You're not allowed to do that.
No.
You got to teach me
I've
these rules.
actually had that happen to me before. Coach Chapman hit me in the back of the head with a football one night.
Illegal touching?
And they called me for illegal touching. And a coach yelled at me. And I was like, you know, I'm out here blocking on the screen. How am I supposed to know what Coach Chapman's doing?
Coach Chapman guy, he's just
And people are trying to refresh. All three of us had an opportunity to play high school football together. So that's sometimes the main reasons of that.
So this is going to bring up 4th down and 21 at the 19-yard line. Should be a punt out. Coach, I got a question for you. Right here, you go after this?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
That's exactly what I was thinking right here. Go after it and see what you can get.
Oh.
They got it. They got a chance.
It's going to be their ball right there.
Yes, sir. They got a chance.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
came. Okay, they called it
They
down.
called it dead, but that's going to bring up – it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line.
With somewhere around just under a minute.
Well, I would say you're looking at probably, 20 seconds right here.
That's no time to take a shot to the end zone.
Or kick a field goal if you if you were so inclined. So right here you might get one shot at the end zone right here. And the Surge have surged down the sideline over there to score.
They just broke open, look like they're going to score right there. And there's a timeout by the Phoenix.
No, timeout by the Fire.
Oh, by the Fire. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't take them with you.
So, real interesting. You call timeout right here to set your defense. Maybe to say they've got, they're going to throw the ball right here to the end zone. This is what we want to play. If you're the Phoenix, if you have something that may be a little bit different, this might not be a bad chance to run it.
A little razzle dazzle,
or what do you call it when people start doing weird things?
Talking about drawing it up in the sand.
Oh yeah, gonna draw this thing up in the sand right here. Get some Coke bottles and some rocks out.
Yeah. If it's me, you've been running a slot all night. Run a switch route and let it mess with the coverage. And
they're in doubles right here. So you may get 4 verticals right here. You may get that switch route you asked for. I would run 4 verticals. They've got one person in the middle of the field.
Throw the seam, huh?
Yep. Or you could be looking at shenanigans.
Langley waiting on the snap. Looked like the left guard move, but they didn't call it. Throw.
Picked off.
Picked off. Had somebody open in the end zone. Is that number 19 that picked the ball?
It is. And it'll be returned to the 27-yard line.
That's a huge play by number 19, Rashida Young.
If she had to do that all over again, I think that she'd probably want to drop that thing to the back because the back is running down the sideline with nobody over there. And there's a Phoenix player down, it looks like.
We can't see who it is yet.
I know they were waving to the Atlanta bench.
Okay. Somebody holding the elbow.
Yep.
It's a delicate part of the body.
You don't want the elbow to be in the wrong way.
I tell you what, between getting them hyperextended, I had a kid at wrestling practice one night dislocate his elbow. And that is a gruesome looking thing.
Yeah, you don't ever want to see anything dislocated.
The one bone sitting on top of the other bone, and I'm looking at the kid going, yeah, something's wrong. We got to call somebody.
Had a kid run off the field one time holding his elbow, and I said, Brenton, what's wrong? And he was holding his elbow, but he was showing me his wrist, and his wrist was dislocated. And that was a brutal-looking thing to look at. So right here before half, the Phoenix took their shot to go to the end zone right there.
Well, rightfully so. I mean, just
there's no, you're going to get no argument from me on that. That's the correct play in that situation. Be interested to see what the Fire do right here.
They're lining up in a true gun.
Okay.
There's the snap. Billings looks out to her left. Lets
Throws
it
a
fly,
pick.
and it's picked off. And there she goes.
Oh, she fumbled.
She pitches it back. All right, and it looks like it's going to be Phoenix ball again. Inside the 20. Got a Phoenix player down. She had the ball. I bet she fell on the ball.
Sure did.
That hurts. If you've never done it, it hurts.
And that's going to send us to the end of the first half right there, Coach. So that was the last play of the first half.
I really thought that might go.
I did too. It would have been interesting to see, you've had, if you're the Phoenix, you realistically had a shot to put the 2 touchdowns on the board at the end of the first half.
Oh, yeah.
But you leave the first half after really, not playing well on offense. You've had one real drive, and that one real drive netted the touchdown pass at the end of the first quarter or second quarter right there with about a minute left to give you a 6-0 lead going into the halftime. You get the ball to start the second half. You got to be feeling pretty good about yourself. So now we're back in San Diego.
Where it's tied up.
The Rebellion and the Surge in a very active first quarter right here.
Sorry for the, oh, look at me. That's me. And it's all me right there making that noise. I'm trying to bring in look at that. It does not like that. There's something not having it. So, y'all keep talking a little bit about that, and I'll click me off.
All right. I wonder where this game is being played.
I don't know, but it's a beautiful place.
It's a nice field.
Look in the background back there. You got the mountains. Is that what that is?
It is, man.
That's pretty.
I've never been to California.
I mean, that's a beautiful scene right there to play football in. A nice field. That's a really nice setup right there.
The track says something, SU something. Can you see what the rest of that is?
I cannot.
The shadows kind of covering it.
Yeah. Should be. We've got 2 great locales to watch football in today.
Oh, we definitely do. Hey, no. Okay, maybe so. Yeah, hey, man, that's what happens when you're trying to bring TVs into it. That works better. All right. We'll see if we can figure out the other stuff here in a little bit.
Oh, a little onside kick right there.
And picked up.
Picked up by one of the linemen.
That's one of those things that you spend all week saying, don't do that.
Fall on the ball.
And then when the ball gets kicked to you, every lineman wants to pick
yeah.
up the ball and run.
And everybody on the sideline screaming, fall down, fall down.
And unfortunately, sometimes when those linemen pick up the ball, they end up figuring out what happens to a running back when they pick up the ball and they think, why?
Right.
Why did I do that to myself? So the Rebellion are going to take over right here, 1st and 10 at the 44. Looks like we're going to get a doubles look, Coach, with a pistol backfield.
Indeed.
Indeed. I'm working on it, guys. You know, hey.
It's all right, man.
It's just technology, man. Trying to bring in a phone call to the commissioner of the league and see if that happens.
They call a timeout right here?
Appears that they did.
Well, they actually have their own broadcasting crew, so it'll definitely be interesting to see. We might actually tune in here in a little bit and let us listen to what they're saying here.
Cool. I enjoyed some of the graphics they had where they were throwing up the videos of the players, you know, for the defensive players, you know, defensive line. They were throwing different stuff up on the screen.
Right.
So it looks like we're going to start this thing with the Rebellion. See if they stay in that doubles look.
And they are.
We do have another game that's playing. I don't necessarily want to say that we can go to it, but I will clip in a little bit. It's the Texas Elite. They're filming with an iPhone, so based on and ground level iPhone. So I mean, so I can give you an idea of what we'd be looking at if we were looking at it. All right. So it'd just be a little bit harder to work
that
with.
Throw though.
It was, and like I said, being week one into the league, it's nice that we're able to kind of go back and forth, you know. But when it's apples, I mean, it's two different worlds.
Yes, it is.
When you deal with this particular telecast and the other one, so we definitely want everybody to kind of sit back. And I know a lot of people are San Diego Rebellion fans and Surge fans, and they're on their website. They're actually showing it off their Facebook. That's why we have certain things running where it says posted by the San Diego Rebellion at the top left-hand corner. So we're definitely glad everybody could join us here, definitely to begin with here in the week one game-wise.
Again, look at the size of the quarterback.
Yes.
All right, so talk to me a little bit, gentlemen. You know, one of these days we'll be able to give a good recap of the first half. And if I get a chance, I'll bring in the other game, the touchdown. Can you tell me who scored the first touchdown for the Atlanta Phoenix in the Women's National Football Conference? Do we have her name?
That would have been number 13.
Yes. Do we know her name?
Yes. Elizabeth.
Yes, and she goes by Team Mexico. She's known as the Mexican, is what they were informing me to make sure that I did that, because the last name you have to really play out the G.
Oh.
So last time these two teams played, they did play in a different conference, and it ended into a 6-0 loss. Actually, I think they might have went into overtime. I'm not necessarily can remember. I just know that it rained constantly in that situation. So what will the Phoenix need to do the second half going into this, as we're watching a little bit of the Surge and the Rebellion?
You want to start? You want me to start?
Just settle down. Settle down, do what you do. Let Langley throw some short passes, throw some slants, throw some hitches. You know, they're playing way off of you. I'd like to see them throw a quick screen. Defensively, I think you just keep doing what you're doing outside of playing the edges a little bit more.
I think that if you're looking at it from an offensive standpoint, what you did in the last drive for the first half is what you should start out in the second half with. Counters, the little speed out play that they ran it's wide open, because, like you said, the corner's giving them such a cushion to the multiple receiver side. The quick screen would be a good thing. The little toss zone's a good play for them. On defense, if you keep this lead, then, as the game goes on, you're going to have to maybe think about doubling number 19, because, she's a problem out there. She very well could have scored a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage if she hadn't stepped out of bounds.
Right.
So it literally could be 7-6 or 6-6 right now in that game. And, we're saying that sitting here and all that. But, if I'm in the locker room, I'm doing exactly what you said. I got to make sure I find a way to defend the edge. and not only defend the edge, but to make sure that I don't get beat deep over the top on a seam route. And it looked really like, the Alabama Fire were very, they're going to throw a corner route. They had one open for a touchdown that just didn't connect. So I'd make sure that I had my T's crossed and my I's dotted about how I was going to play those things before I came out of the locker room.
No doubt. The punt right here for the Rebellion. It's a low punt, but it's going to get a great bounce.
Now, personally, I'm very impressed with the Rebellion's overall telecast. They have definitely upped their A game, causing me to stay up at night to figure out how to make sure I can get certain things up, because I like what they're doing. Across from a telecast perspective, that's great. One thing that everybody's talking about is that joining the Uscreen app that's going to be available on Apple and Roku TV, and also on Android TV, an eligible man or an eligible woman downfield. So they look like they possibly re-kick that.
And they will.
All right.
If I had a chance to re-kick it, because I'm not going to want to start at the 10.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get into and see if we can show that first touchdown here, and I'll bring that back in. It is starting to rain over in Birmingham.
Oh, nice.
Good times indeed.
Seems like a deja vu all over again.
Yes, so with Birmingham and the rain, so my filmer has broke the stream. He has crossed the stream from the Ghostbusters analogy and has went underneath into the press box and got reset up there, so he'll go live here in a little bit to get us back to that action. So hopefully we might even have a chance to bring in the commissioner of the league here shortly, mainly because she said, hey, if we get an opportunity, her name's Candace Pritchett. She's the commissioner of the league, and if she comes out of the locker room, we'll bring her back in.
All right. Rebellion going to punt again.
And there's a snap.
You sound tired, Adam.
Another low kick.
Oh, this got a chance to be returned right here.
I don't understand why you don't pick that one up.
Yeah, so with the penalty, they gained 11 yards because it would have been 1st and 10 at the 10. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 21.
It's one of those deals where you go, okay, I did the right thing.
Exactly right. If you're 1st and 10 from your own 1 right now, you're kicking yourself in your backside. But the last drive for the it's the Rebellion, or the last drive for the Surge. They went down the field at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
I mean, the game was 7-0 Rebellion, and then it was tied at 7 in a hurry. So it'll be interesting to see. We didn't get a chance to see their offensive series the last time. Yeah, so it'll be nice to see what this looks like. And it's empty. Okay. Empty right here for the Surge.
Quarterback waiting in the gun.
That's illegal.
And you cheated.
Oh, like a counter.
Yeah. You can't have everybody moving before the snap. That's a rule.
That's illegal, Coach?
I'll listen to y'all both.
You can in the Arena League.
Well, you can do anything in Arena League, apparently.
You can kick the ball off the ceiling. That was great, man. I enjoyed that.
We had an opportunity. The Georgia Peach State Peach State Cats took on their first home game in Athens, Georgia, and we had a chance. Look at that.
Quarterback counter.
She is moving that down. Yes. Oh, hey, watch when she decided to put on the gas right there.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody's even going to come close.
No. Once she put on the gas, that's another touchdown for the Surge.
I like the fact that they had a play call that they wanted to run, and the penalty didn't stop them from running the play.
All right, and they're running a replay on their end as well.
They're going to run that thing.
That was a nice run.
Well, yes. Now we figured out why they score fast.
Yes, indeed.
Very well blocked. Everything about that was very well executed, and then the speed to get to the end zone.
You have two contrasting styles right there. You got one quarterback that can really scoot, and the other one is just massive.
So, I mean, we've seen very little scoring and very little offense in our game in Birmingham, and flip over to San Diego, and everybody's running to the end zone.
And apparently the center's not protected in this.
Just got ejected.
Listen to you.
Just got rocked.
Apparently they're not.
What did the goalpost say? It had a wrap on it. What did the wrap say?
No, I'm
I was trying to figure out where they're at.
Things that I did not see.
No.
I should say where they are.
Yeah, because you get that.
can't end a sentence in a preposition. Start getting hate mail.
Yes, you could. There's definitely a possibility
Just don't call anybody a
touchdown vulture.
there. No.
Just don't do that.
Hey, man. Hey.
Whatever
Everybody
you-
be nice on that part.
Oh, jeez.
So the Surge will kick off. Last time they kicked off, they ran a little onside kick. Be interested to see if they do that again.
Why not?
Well, if you're going to score in 30 seconds,
If
yeah.
your defense can hold, your defense can hold. There are people that onside kick every play. Or
Yeah.
not every play, every kickoff.
And never punt.
I just don't understand that philosophy, but, statistically, there's very little difference in doing that and then kicking it deep every time.
Right.
And when you look at the numbers for that gentleman that does that out there in Texas, he has an incredible winning percentage.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling he's not winning because of the onside kick.
No, you think there's some – you got to pick
Okay,
that
what are
ball
you doing?
up.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? And she picks it up.
Was she trying to give him the rope-a-dope? Like, I'm not going to pick this up until you get down here, then I'm going to run by you. But
I thought for a second like she didn't understand.
Yeah, I was thinking – I was having flashbacks to my first year of coaching, thinking somebody's going to be really, really, really upset here in about 2 seconds. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebellion at their own 19. Be interested to see what they can do on offense this time. They had great field position last time.
Not so great this time.
No, this is not, you'd prefer to not start inside your or at your 20.
No, that's
Less
of course
than,
it could be worse.
yeah, it could be.
Doubles again. That same look.
Mm-hmm. Getting a 3-4 look out of the Surge right here.
Martin in the gun, waiting on the snap. She drops, throws out to her right-hand side. It's behind the receiver.
That's the second time they've opened up with that same type of route. First time it was real high, and that time was behind. Looks like they're trying to get a little, either that's a curl and a flat or a slant and a flat, but it's the same principle. Try to clear one to throw the other.
The center's name is Suzuki.
Okay.
All right, then.
I just happened to notice that.
Silence, guys. Y'all are doing a great job.
But it's golden.
Yes,
I
it is.
tell you what, and, if people with that kind of money are playing in this game, you got to like that.
There you go.
Listen to you.
3-3 stack look right here.
Doubles for the Rebellion. There's a snap. Quick
Toss.
pitch out to the left side.
Nice
Ooh.
tackle.
And
Gain of about 2 right there will bring up 3rd down and 8.
brought down by number 39 for the Surge. That's Mercedes Tyler.
Nice tackle right there. Looked like there may have been something on the cutback, and then that ended up real quick.
Yeah, that was kneecapped.
Never something that you want to have happen to you if you're running the football.
Yeah, getting hit low is terrible.
It is. 3rd down and 8 right here. Rebellion need to get something going on offense. Here comes pressure.
Martin in the gun.
A lot of pressure. Full
She
blitz.
takes a snap, drops, quick
Got
throw
this,
out
that was a really nice job of reading that
to
blitz.
the left side. That pass intended for, I think, number 47. No, that can't be right.
41, Coach.
41. Okay, that's what the problem was. That was Katie Ott.
That was a great job of understanding the blitz, throwing the quick seam. Would have been a 1st down, maybe more. But instead, the Rebellion are going to have to punt right here.
We got a nice rainstorm occurring in Birmingham at halftime with the score the Atlanta Phoenix 6, the Birmingham Fire 0. I'll check on score stream and get you some more updates on some scores here shortly and see what's going on. Trying to get an update, trying to get a better camera angle concerning the Texas Elite game, see what we can get that for you. We got a lot of angry folks that they couldn't watch the game. Some profanity went across the line. So enough that they got halted, had to get reviewed. That's always nice when that happens from a technology perspective.
Okay.
It's
So right now the Surge have got it 1st and 10 at the Rebellion 49-yard line, and
the location of hey, I'm interrupting, but I had some help. Our location of the game is in Santee, California. It's at Santana High School. Santee. It's Santee. Santee. I pronounced that okay.
Okay.
Based on my ignorance, but Santana High School. That's where it's located at. Y'all were wanting to know where it was located. It's beautiful scenery.
It is.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's about time somebody dedicated a high school to him.
Yes.
That's right. Inside draw.
And there goes round the left side. See ya.
Wow.
Banging ahead on the door.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
It's a track meet.
And the Surge is trying to keep up right
There's
now.
a reason why their name is the Surge. My goodness.
Ball carried by Adriana Gutierrez.
I mean, look at this. Just everybody's walled off, and then the speed to get to the edge.
She's quick.
Yes.
They've got some speed on their team.
Well, they've got a clear speed advantage in this game, and that's right now is what's telling the story.
And, it's funny because I look at the defense of the Rebellion, and they look like inside run stuffers.
Yes.
And that's fine until the ball gets outside.
Right.
And then, you're just chasing.
And once you're chasing, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, that's it.
So the Surge line up for the point after.
Yep. Right now, that's the only scores of the game so far. We are good to go here. It's 21-7. Surge up on the Rebellion in the second quarter.
Man.
It's still first quarter based on if that hasn't switched up a little bit. We'll try to get an update here on the Texas Elite game. We have switched cameras on the Elite, so we're hoping to bring that to you. We're still at halftime of the Birmingham game. It's total chaos here. We got the NCAA tournament about to start back up. We got the Braves game kicking on one screen. Are we just able to are you okay that the Auburn Tigers lost, or are you still dealing with that?
I think they got robbed, man.
Yeah,
that was a
you're
bogus.
doing your best to call the game in a grumpy manner, so I appreciate that. If I got to give you some spark, some energy B12 to keep you going there, bud, I got no problem here with.
It's not spark, it's Zip Fizz, buddy.
You got to do what you got to do on that part. I apologize. It's energy B12. I'm just here having, just glad you can hear me finally on your mic.
It's actually 41,667% of your daily value of B12.
Wow.
Thank
you, Coach.
I do love you, man. I mean, I at least try to in that way, so that's good.
Well, I'm hard to love, like the song says.
Yes, I will concur with you on that.
Surge to kick off here. And
have you noticed how close everybody is for the
yeah,
kickoff?
I'm wondering if that's something. But that's an NFL rule.
You have to be within a yard.
Yeah, that is an NFL rule, so you don't get
Did
a running
not know
start.
that.
And hammered that kickoff.
And it's going to be picked up this time. I'll tell you what now. If the Rebellion doesn't get something going soon, like if they don't do something with this possession, at least flip the field.
Like right now?
Right now, this game's going to be a blowout.
Yes. And
because they've got people on the Surge that can't nobody on the team, can't nobody on the Rebellion keep up with.
They can't catch them, and that's a problem. When there's people running by you at breakneck speed and everybody's going, hey, there's a
that's how you know you're going to lose.
That's what Coach Bull Jones would call speed. He said when that person touched the ball, everybody on the other sideline went,
the fastest person on your team is chasing the fastest person on their team, and they're just pulling away from them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's going to be a long night.
Definitely some uh-ohs in that sense.
All right. Got a little tight end in this one.
Little ace backfield, slot out to the left side.
Hey, look at this. We got a little bit of action here of the game.
There's a give.
I like this.
Tough run right there.
All right. We'll cross this and get a little dual action here just because it'll be fun to give it to you a little bit. See how crazy I can bring the game to you right now. So let's get a little action up here. There's that. There's that. Bring it over. Dump it down.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
No, just give me a second. I'm not a bright man. I'm just trying to press buttons and enjoy it. All right, here we go. So we got the up top is the Texas Elite.
Up top to the left.
Yeah, up top to the left. We got the Texas Elite Spartan versus the Houston Heat.
Right.
The Houston Heat is in the orange.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they got a little bit of better camera going here. So, hey, might as well bring in an action here from a live perspective. You never know what you can get out of this situation. Hey, Mr. Ref, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Okay.
So.
Was it a touchdown? I didn't see the referee signal anything.
No, I didn't either.
Saw the player signal touchdown.
Right.
But it's one of those ones if you're able to bring different things on, might as well bring 2 games to you at once if a possibility.
The Rebellion did get a first down, Coach.
I appreciate you keeping track of that there, Craig. You do a great job.
There goes
of
Martin
that.
around the left side. She is a load, buddy.
Okay, little trips and got him to the edge.
I mean, you talk about a game that we're seeing 6-0 with the Phoenix.
Yeah, and then
this one's
game
21-7. We're going to be sitting back watching this game to the end.
Yeah, they did score because there was the point after.
Yeah,
and it was good.
Let's see if we get a score on the scoreboard here. They're going off the sideline. I like what they're bringing with the cameras. That's good.
It's a pretty cool look right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll try to put up a little bit more here. And not have nuts. So, gentlemen, you keep talking. I'll have a little
What's
fun.
going on?
We're on the Texas Elite Spartans. They're the Elite Spartans.
Did they call a hold?
Unless they're changing over for the second quarter, Coach.
There you go.
Can I get a view out there out in my house like that?
I'm all in favor of that.
That is a good view. End of the first quarter, second quarter kicking up in Santana Sultans. What would you say? How you pronounce that?
Sultans, yes.
Sultans?
They're the Sultans of swing.
What are Sultans? Help me out.
The Sultans. It's.
Come on, give me a mascot right there.
I would have gone with a Santana banana slug. Like you see Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Always like the Long Beach State, LBS. They were the dirt bags.
I like that. Be self-aware.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen to you both. Y'all are killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
So, if you're looking at this from a Rebellion standpoint, you had a big run. You've got a score right here. And, looks like they're going to stick with this trips look. I would look for quarterback sweep again right here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the only thing we can't do is give them the ball back.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm expecting quarterback run to the left.
That's what I would think. That's what you just had, very good play with, successful play with.
Martin under center. Takes a snap. She drops, looks left, swings it out.
That's incomplete.
Wisely so.
I'll check on there are certain people asking about the Denver Bandits and the Nebraska Nighthawks. I'll check a look to see if we can get anything on them, and if we can, we'll throw in there right now during the first quarter. So we don't have much more than that, but I'll go away. If y'all can, make sure you look on this right-hand side if you get caught up. Tell me if the game starts.
Okay.
I'm multitasking here. We got the Houston Heat at the top left. They got a down camera here. They're doing a great job just trying to bring us coverage. Even though it's ground coverage, it's still coverage. And it's the Houston Heat in yellow and the Texas Elite Spartans in purple.
I probably would have filmed from the press box right there.
It was pretty bad.
The Rebellion.
They couldn't zoom in with the phone.
Oh, tried to give the inside trap right there. Ends up picking it up by the quarterback. Wow. That almost ended up being a huge play.
I was watching the other game.
Well, once again, you're responsible for that one, and you're responsible for that one.
Gotcha.
And then I'll keep looking back over here in the pouring down rain, hoping the equipment survives. All right.
Looks like the Heat. Well, never mind.
I like the sideline view, though. It's good.
Yeah.
I dig the uniforms, though.
I do. I don't mind them. I'm excited to hear about the new Atlanta Phoenix uniforms when she said they were wearing white jerseys. That's good.
She wouldn't tell you anything
No,
about them.
She kept it what we call on the DL.
All right. Rebellion coming back. Looks like it's going to be third down and long. Doubles with a pistol look. Snap. Drop. Scramble up in the pocket. And running. First down. Inside the 10. She's going to take it in for a touchdown. And here we go again. The track meet is on. That's going to make it 21-13 surge over the Rebellion.
That's what had to happen for the Rebellion.
They did. They had to have that right there. I mean, this is just step up in the pocket, avoid, break a tackle, stiff arm, run through a tackle, touchdown.
That was a half-hearted tackle.
Her heart was not all in it, is what you're saying?
I would have hit her in the ankles. That's what I would have done.
Snap, touch, kick. It is good.
Looks like doubles for the Heat. Quarterback drops, throws across the middle. And I think that's going to fall incomplete.
So to start the second quarter, the Rebellion have closed the gap to 21-14. Should be interesting to see if they've made any adjustments on defense. We've seen exactly 2 plays of the San Diego Surge offense, and both of them have resulted in touchdowns. So, you know, something's got to give somewhere. If you're going to get back in the game, it can't just be offensively. You got to make a stop on defense.
Slot out to the left for the Heat. Quarterback in the gun, back offset to the left as well. Oh, and I'm not sure what happened right there, but
quarterback scrambled. Rebellion getting ready to kick off. The Surge do not expect a deep kick at all. They've got 9 people up tight. Kickoff is kicked short, recovered at the 48-yard line of the Surge. So the Surge will take over 1st and 10 at their own 48. Interesting that you would try the little pooch onside kick right there to try to get the football back. Doesn't seem like you have a whole lot of faith in your defense to stop.
Wetmore in the gun. Takes a snap. There's a flag down on the play. Sorry, folks. It's kind of hard for me to see what's happening. I've got an interesting angle.
You know, you got a coach's angle, man. You've been a head coach for how many years, and you can't handle this angle? Tell me what's going on in the game there, buddy. Step up to a play, man.
I don't watch down the line of scrimmage. I stand behind so I can see what's happening.
So you need them back behind.
Yeah.
How many yards? I'll tell her to go right now. You tell me.
Probably 5 to 10.
All right, man. 5 to 10s it is. That's where we're at right now.
Looks like there was a timeout on the field. You're getting a look at the starting corners and the safety for the Rebellion right here. If I'm the Rebellion right here, I'm gonna crowd the line, and I'm gonna bring everybody at it. You know, they haven't had a chance to. We've seen them play 2 plays on defense, and they haven't stopped anything yet. So I would make sure I brought as many people as possible to see if that pressure would disrupt the offense.
And as for the Denver Bandits and the Nebraska Nighthawks, that game is live on YouTube, but they have not clicked it on yet. We do have a link, and we'll bring it to you, but you can always search on YouTube. It's located on there, Nebraska Nighthawks and Denver Bandits. Don't know if they're able to actually get a stream up and going. We haven't seen a score stream update. The 2 games that are actually happening right now, we have 3 of them that we're aware of, and those are the 2 that you see on the screen right now with the Texas Elite and the Houston Heat, the Elite Spartans. I'll get that all out. And then the San Diego Rebellion and the Surge. We're at halftime in the pouring down rain at the Birmingham Fire versus the Atlanta Phoenix. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you Atlanta Phoenix Women's National Football Conference overall view. We'll figure out a name for it. Step up your game. I like that. Step your game up. I did ask the camera person to go back about 10 yards behind the offense. We'll see if they get the text message, and we'll see what they'll do.
There's a snap and a punt right there. I'm not sure it's going to get them a first down.
Over in the Rebellion game, they gained 8 on first down. Let's bring up 2nd and 2 right here. Ran the jet sweep to get that 8 yards. Looks like you're going to have an offsides right here.
And here comes the Texas Elite Spartan offense as we watch the defense exit.
And we do appreciate everybody's help. We're seeing messages come across. We see everything coming across. I'm reading quotes and text between Facebook, and that some people are being, almost want to curve your language a little bit. So we're just trying to. It's hilarious. You thought the vulture was bad. The vulture's not even in that. See,
so you had a 5-yard penalty right there against the Surge for a false start.
Well, like a doubles look right there for Texas Elite Spartans, and I'm guessing it fell incomplete.
I'm guessing that as well. once the Phoenix game comes back on, we will probably depart from the elite
Surge
Spartans.
Back to, there's going to be a holding in there. It was going to be back to 3rd down and about 2, but now we're going to get a hold right here. And about the only thing that can stop the Surge offense is the Surge offense.
And they've been pretty productive. That ball coming right at us here on this angle for the Heat. Does the Heat have the ball or the elite Spartans?
The elite Spartans have the ball.
Okay, thanks for the update on that part. We've got a 2-2 ball game for those Atlanta Braves fans in the world. And the other game has not started yet. Am I correct in understanding that?
Correct, yeah.
All right, meaning the NCAA tournament, second game of the Final Four. Congratulations to the Notre Dame Lady Irish taking on the Lady Bears of Baylor tomorrow night in the women's championship. I'm pretty excited about watching that myself.
Should be a pretty good game
Yes,
right there.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly on that part.
2nd down and 18 right here for the Surge. I don't think this is a legal formation now it is. Got to back up the slot right there.
Doubles look for the Spartans. And
we got a third.
I'm
sorry, go ahead, guys.
They fake the little quick screen out, and now you've got a loss. So the Rebellion defense showing up right here. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 19 for the Surge. Tried to throw the little or fake the quick screen out to the side and run a little quarterback counter, it looked like.
We do have a Nebraska Nighthawk game update. You can go to Facebook and watch the Denver Bandits take on the Nighthawks. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're in a Zoom formation. Hopefully they'll be able to. I don't think they are. So that camera angle is pretty bad as well. It'd be worth showing it to you, but I don't know if I should, gentlemen, on that part.
Ball thrown deep by the Spartans right there. Looks like it's going to be incomplete.
Huge 3rd down for the Rebellion defense right here, trying to get the Surge offense off the field for the first time in 3 series. Motion. Jet sweep. Turns the corner all the way down to the 41-yard line. Still not going to be enough for the first down, but maybe enough for them to they're going to mark her out at the 43. Maybe enough for them to go for it right here on 4th down. Still going to be 4th and about, I would say, well.
Look at your silences
I'm
going
trying
right
to.
there. I mean, you're doing a good job, man.
The Heat's got the ball back.
4th and about 2 right here for the Surge. This is going to be a quarterback run, I would
Quarterback
guess.
under center. Ace backfield. I did say the right tackle false start.
Inside zone. 1st down for the Surge, so the Rebellion can't get them off the field. Very nice job of navigating a 3rd and long right there by the San Diego Surge, getting it back into a manageable, thing with the jet sweep, and then running the same motion, same effect, and coming back with a little inside zone trap look.
All right, the Heat line up. Looks like quarterback's under center again. Give up the gut. And
Yeah, you're doing the best you can. I understand
sorry,
that.
folks.
Hey,
I mean,
man.
I'd love to tell you more, but
I'll listen to you. I'd
Surge
love to tell
going-
you more, but hey.
Surge going down the seam, incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Looks like the Rebellion defense has gone to more of a pressure kind of look right here than what we saw in the previous 2 series. So it's 2nd down and 10, ball at the 37-yard line.
Got about 3 minutes remaining in halftime for the Birmingham Fire before we get that game started back here.
how long was halftime?
It seemed like it was forever, to be honest with you. I don't know what was going on.
They might have waited for the rain to get out.
They probably were looking at the radar a little bit. It's coming down fairly heavy.
Motion from left to right. Going to be jet sweep again.
They have run that play till the wheels fell off.
Carried by number 10, C.J. Collier.
down to the 32-yard line. Should bring up 3rd down and about 5 right here.
Play made by number 44 for the Rebellion, Elliott Wynn.
So now you got another shot right here, Coach, of getting off the field. 3rd and 5 means it's 2-down territory right here, no matter what happens. So you got to come up right here and make a big play on defense, and kind of make 4th down a lot tougher than it actually would be if it's 4th and 1.
And just, give an idea after this down here, I'll show you where we are with the Nebraska game for those people that are attempting to watch that on Facebook. That game is located on Facebook under Nebraska Nighthawks. Feel free to join in with that.
Delayed game.
Yep. Another one of those things that can't happen. Not in that 3rd down and 5, dropping it back to 4th and 10.
Yeah.
So that's the look for the Nebraska game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those 360-degree cameras that go from one side to the next, so they don't necessarily have to move it.
That's a beautiful place, too.
It is. We got some nice scenery here against the Denver Bandits today. It is 13-0. If I'm not mistaken, it's 13-0. Checking on my scores here, the Nighthawks are up 13-0, and we'll head back down to them.
Cheerleaders.
Either that could be. Definitely could be a possibility here.
I need to talk to my AD so he can get us a field that looks like that.
Yeah, so you can try different ones on that part. Good luck with that. It's total mass chaos. We got games going. We've done a bucket list, gentlemen.
Yes, we have.
We have different time zones across the United States calling games here. It's very exciting. I was hoping we'd hear something from the North Florida Pumas. I will search to see if we can get anything from them. They're playing the New Orleans Hippies, and we'll see if we can get anything on them as well.
I would love to talk to somebody about why hippies.
Well, I mean, hey, everybody's got the different ones, man. Why? What was the
low
stripers?
Low snap almost gave the ball away.
Well, they did because that was 4th down, so the Rebellion defense holds. That was 4th down and 1. 4th and 1, so the Rebellion defense gets off the field.
Watch this. She loses the handle, almost gives it to somebody.
In the
handoff of the handoff.
IAFL update, the Tigers won 14-6 over the Spartans. Seemed like it was a little closer game.
That's the Tigers' MO, though. They play down to their.
We do. We're in Anderson Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We always keep up with the IAFL. I know we got a lot of viewers trying to figure out, is this the IAFL?
No.
Because we've been covering it for a little bit, and it's the Women's National Football Conference, 11-on-11 women football. Wonderful to bring it to you here. The Week 1 action. Pretty excited about bringing that to you. Getting ready to start off the Birmingham Fire and Atlanta Phoenix game.
Oh.
I'm guessing that they're fixing to call cut block.
A give and a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be the way that was thrown. It was thrown so fast. It's either just a holding right off the snap or a chop block. It'd be interesting to see what this is. Hands to the face.
Yeah.
And it's on the defense, so that just made me sound like the dumbest human being walking the planet.
No. Hard word, man. Hard word.
So,
well,
gonna bring
anytime a referee wears an arm sleeve, you know it's going to be some serious stuff.
There it is.
He's got on a shooting sleeve.
There it is. It's there for what my brother would call it's a visual sleeve. Visual sleeve, so I look like I know what I'm doing.
I like it.
I tend to have that problem with my baseball team. Every one of them has a visual sleeve. So, Rebellion ball, 1st and 10. Toss.
Yeah, out to the right-hand side.
Turning the corner. Going to pick up about 4.
If the DB comes up right there, it's not that great a play, but if you stand in the corner and wait.
Yep.
But I guess it's easier to say than do.
It is. Only gave her a gain of 3, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 right here. Looks like we're getting close to things starting back in Birmingham.
Good job keeping your eyes on that, man.
Yes, sir.
All on that, man. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got bright, sunshiny day. Kicked off at 5 o'clock here with the Rebellion and Surge.
Martin under center.
Just trying to get you a Florida Puma update.
She drops, throws it out to her left side.
Nice job.
Oh, hey, good
Receiver
move.
spins out.
Nice
Good
move.
move.
Nicely done.
She was playing keep away.
Yeah.
Look at that right here. She hit the X button right there, and then with the Y for the dip right there with the Y button, and there she goes. Great job.
That's just how it's supposed to be done. You catch the ball, you turn out,
There it is.
and run.
I was waiting for somebody to say they catch the ball and spin outside. Nice little throw on the hitch. Good timing on the route. Picks up the first down. It'll be first down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You can march down the field with that play.
Yes, you can. Here comes the pressure. Quarterback sneak, and they got him.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow. It's going to be another first down.
Martin is huge.
Now, we will start off with a kickoff here with the Birmingham Fire. They will be going to halftime here soon with the Rebellion, so we'll stay with the Fire and the Phoenix for a little bit, going back to them and making sure we give them proper ado and make sure everything else is going on in the world, and we'll keep you updates. Gentlemen, you're doing a great job here. You're able to multitask. It's not a bad environment to watch it.
It's very nice.
You know, I mean, we've definitely dealt with worse environments in this world. So I'll hand it over back to you, and we'll send it over to the Phoenix game versus the Fire in Birmingham, rainy Alabama, missing the sunshine of San Diego, California.
That was gut dive right there, and it could have been bounced to the outside for a lot of yards.
Like wedge.
Yeah. Timeout for the Rebellion. Must be getting close to the end of the first half right here. Of course, we're not in San Diego, unfortunately, because that is beautiful weather.
It looks really nice.
It does.
Although it was nice here today.
Oh, it was beautiful.
If I'd been doing something other than splitting wood, I'd been happy about it.
And your yawns are wonderful, by the way. Yeah. Absolutely wonderful.
Well, that wasn't me. That was Coach Chapman.
Listen to both of y'all.
I'll take that. He's my boss. All right. So the Fire's set to kick this thing off. Wonder how the weather's going to play in the second half, Coach.
Well, the team that runs the ball is better off.
And right now, just being honest, that, the running plays have all been sweeps. Ooh, almost a turnover on the kickoff return.
Yeah, I was looking for that ball to take off, and it never did.
Nope. And it's going to bring up first down and 10. I got to get back to my job right here. First down and 10. Ball's going to be on the 49-yard line.
That's great starting field position for the Phoenix.
The Nighthawks are up 20-0. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Appreciate the update.
Well, yeah, they're the Nighthawks.
I mean,
why wouldn't they be beating the Bandits?
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
Unless it was Smokey and the Bandit, and then, nobody can beat them.
Because East bounded down.
Yep. Nope. We got to stay focused. So here come the Phoenix for their first series of the second half. Weather is obviously going to be a factor here in this second half. We're waiting for the chains to get set so we can start this thing.
Well, the Chains crew. One of my favorites.
Especially when they say, we need a chain crew to start the game.
Yeah.
Phoenix out of the huddle right here. Coach, what you thinking?
I'm thinking pound the football. Langley's under center.
All
They're
right.
in the eye. Run the ISO.
There
Just
it is.
run it. Let it hit outside. And
There it is. Come on to the sideline.
there's the ISO. And
There's the first down.
There she goes.
All the way down to about the 36-yard line.
Looks like it. If I'm not mistaken, that's Wheeler on the carry.
And that's going to bring up first and 10.
That's a good spot to be in.
It is. Lord, they marked her down. Oh, marked her down at the 37.
38.
38. Well. So it's first and 10 at the 38 right here for the Phoenix, but they got exactly what they wanted on that first down. Now they're knocking on, the door for scoring position right here, and they've already flipped the field. So what you're looking at here is, nothing right here is a negative. Bounce it again.
Oh, no. That's going to be tough. Hitting the backfield.
So, gentlemen, talk to me about, coming out of the second half. You went in, it was sprinkling a little bit, and now it's pouring down rain. You said run it. what are the Fire going to have to do? Were they successful in the first half throwing the ball? Were either team successful at throwing the ball?
The Fire, they dropped a touchdown in the end zone.
Right.
They had the big play to start the first half on the go route.
Okay. I think they're definitely the passing team here because, the thing is the Phoenix defense is so stout in the middle.
Right.
So, if you're looking at it right here, you're trying to do what the Phoenix did on first down. You're just trying to run the football. And they come back to the same play.
And she's
nice run.
She managed to wiggle out of that.
They gonna call a horse collar of that or no? They just grabbing the back of the jersey, pulling her down. Not
Fuller. I tell you what, right now, number 53 for the Fire, Chardonnay Jenkins. She's a force right there. That's the second play I watched her making just now.
They've got so many people close to the line of scrimmage, Coach. We've talked about running the football, and that's a great plan. But, if you look at this, they've been almost in a six-man front right here. They've gone back there. The more you spread them out, the more different it looks. But, right now they're going to send six. And you're going to look at this right here at this third down.
Langley going to sling it out.
Oh, got her.
Complete, and there she goes. She's got a chance, and
Score.
Nobody's going to catch her.
That's a touchdown right there for the Phoenix.
And that ball caught by number 6, Brianna Mosley for the Phoenix.
And that's the exact thing we talked about it in the first half, about doing things that you've been successful at, and they were successful throwing that little, combo with an outside seam or an outside fade and the inside speed out, and that was the same play they went to right there on that third down. And so we're going to be it's 12-0 now for the Phoenix early in the third quarter, and we're looking right here to see if we're going to add this PAT. Should be interesting. We had a bad snap in the first half on the PAT, and it wasn't raining. Now it's raining. Let's see what we get. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Kick is no good, wide right.
The way this first half started, or the way this game started in the first half, 12 points will win this game.
Yes. And the funny thing is that I went on a 5-minute, dissertation about how people might be worried about the offense not being able to score any points. And then after that, the Phoenix have gone down with 2 nice drives, put 2 touchdowns on the board, and have put the Fire with their backs against the wall. They're probably thinking the worst place you can be is down 2 touchdowns when you have, weather conditions like this.
Yeah, because you don't have the opportunity for the big play in the run in many cases like you do in the past.
Yeah, and what if I'm the Phoenix right here, I'm looking for toss and then the reverse off the toss.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm gonna be real honest with you. We didn't do a good job of defending either in the first half. So it would be a good time right now. If I'm the Fire, I'm coming out. We're gonna run toss, see what we get, check the backside in to see if they're staying at home, and if I can get a first down, I may come back with the reverse because they ran it one time in the first half and gained 24 yards on it.
Indeed. There's the kick.
Blasted.
Nice deep kick.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Ball's still on the ground. Wow.
Was she able to get back on it?
She got on it at the 20.
That was number 19, Young, who fielded the ball and then kind of lost the handle, kicked it, and was able to get back on it.
So it's going to bring up first down and 10 for the Alabama Fire at the 20-yard line. All things considering, it could have been a lot worse.
Great show. Great show.
All things considering?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you thinking right here if you're the Fire, Coach?
I'm thinking we got to score on this possession or else this game is over.
Or we're in trouble. Unless the second half is as long as halftime, then we've got 3 or 4 possessions to score.
Billingsley takes a snap.
Hello.
Met by pretty much everybody on the Phoenix defense. And they're signaling they have the ball. And
did they give it to him?
It appears they do. And the defense is exiting the field, so That's a turnover right there. That ball recovered by number 99, Tank Dorsey.
And this is the worst possible situation.
Yeah, this is like a bad dream for the Fire right now.
So now it's 1st and 10. The ball's on the 18, and it seems like the last, 5 or 6 minutes of the first half and the early part of this second half have been played on this part of the field.
Well, and this is one of those deals where, we've all been part of something where, everything's going wrong.
Yep.
We always call it, say the wheels came off.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing good, you're battling, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then something else happens, and then before you know it, you're spiraling out of control.
Now you can see we've got 3 games for your viewing pleasure as the Phoenix rip off a nice run on first down. North Florida and New Orleans Hippies down
The
at
Pumas and the Hippies.
Down at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
The Hippies wear Pumas?
They might, especially if they're suede.
Huh.
At the top of the screen, you got the Rebellion and the Surge. Seems like the Surge have just taken over, trailing by 7, while the Phoenix are inside the red zone. They're sitting there looking at 2nd down and 7.
A little motion right there. Toss to the left side. Oh, nicely played.
She's going to get down to about the
Fuller on the carry.
12.
Yep. Brought down by Brittany Malloyd. That was a nice play by Malloyd.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 right there, Coach.
Thought that was going to be a really big play, and she kind of shut it down.
Incomplete pass up at the top of the screen for the Rebellion. Same little concept with the curl and the flat going. Looked like they faked a little bit of the bubble screen right there.
Langley in the gun. Takes a snap. Has to pick it up off the ground. Throws it across the middle, and it's going to be too deep right there.
And that's going to bring up 4th down and 4 from the 12-yard line. Rebellion sitting here looking at a nice field position right here, 2nd down at the 45.
The Phoenix. It's a big play right here.
Snap, inside give. Going to pick up about 2 right there. It's going to make it 3rd down and 8. While the Phoenix setting up his 4th down and 4 at the 12. In the I backfield, look for counter right here.
Langley under center.
And there's counter. There's 4 yards, and there's a 1st down at the 5-yard line.
Ball carried by number 16.
So that's going
Brittany Smith.
It's going to bring up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And just like I said, this game's fixing to be over.
Coach Collins, the soothsayer. 3rd down right here for the Rebellion, going up top. That pass is knocked down and almost picked off. Immediate pressure caused the quarterback to get the ball out of her hands before she wanted to. Same play for the 1st down is going to be the same play for the down to the 1.
Held up right there at the 1-yard line. Nice, tough run. Uh-oh.
Looks like the Rebellion are getting ready to punt this thing away.
The Phoenix at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal.
If the Phoenix punch this thing in right here, it pretty much is.
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Unless unless shenanigans happen.
It would take absolute shenanigans.
Need to run this ball to the right. Or, they're not going to give her that, are they?
It looked like her knee went down.
Yep. Well, there's a fumble on the punt. Rebellion has the football back.
But it is NFL rules, so
they gave her a touchdown. So that will be 18-0. The Rebellion right here on the punt. You'll see the punt returner go to make the play on the punt, and her foot slips. She falls down. And as she falls, ball bounces off of her. She can't get back on top of it. Ball recovered by the Rebellion right there, so that's going to set them up nicely. That's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Trying to tie this thing up at 21. Looks like the Phoenix are going for 2. Going to be a toss sweep. There it is. That should be 2 points, and it is. And that should make it 20-0 Atlanta over the Alabama Fire. Over in San Diego, 2nd down and 10 for the Rebellion. And as explosive as the Surge were for 3 offensive series, we haven't seen much of that lately. And now you got the Rebellion who've weathered the storm, and they're sitting right here with a chance to tie this thing up. Doubles look. Snap. Quarterback sweep. And they did what they had to do. They got her before she could get started.
Well, that's the thing with Martin. She's so big, you gotta get her while she's going sideways.
They got her for a loss of 2, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 right here.
The Phoenix getting ready to kick off. Langley out there to kick.
In a game that's over.
And there's the kick. Fielded at about the 15-yard line.
Oh, no.
Young brings it back around the right side, and she's going to be met by a host of Phoenix.
Tackled at the
Phoenix.
Tackled at the 31-yard line. Bring up 1st down and 10 at the 31.
The only way that I could see clear for the Alabama Fire to have a chance right here is if it were 28-3.
Okay. I get you. Wow. And once again, all my hopes and dreams have been dashed.
What a horrible, horrible day.
Yes.
All right, looks like the Phoenix is going to play the edges here a little more.
Kind of shrunk the linebackers inside.
Doubles look. Billingsley waits on the snap. It's a high snap. She throws across the middle.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you allowed to face guard in the NFL?
No, you cannot.
Well, that's what that was.
But you know what they didn't do? They did not throw the flag. And so there will be no penalty. And it will bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Well, because
the Rebellion and the Surge have gone to half, with the Surge still leading 21-14. Great job by the Rebellion, though, to kind of stem that tide, because if they hadn't have scored that touchdown, they would have been there would have been a severe chance of them getting blown off the field.
There's a snap. Billingsley is in trouble.
Sacked.
And she's going down. Who was there first?
Is that number 32?
I think you're correct, sir. That's number 32. Who's a great player. But not on my roster.
All right, so they're going to mark that down at the 22-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 20 at the 22.
Looks like we got the Heat and the Elite Spartans up in the right-hand corner.
I like what the Phoenix have done here with this defensive look. They've widened the flank.
Billingsley slings it out to the left side.
Incomplete.
And that ball falls incomplete.
Tried to throw the screen.
Well, I think if you're the Fire, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're down by 20 points, and your offense is kind of stalled.
No, it hasn't kind of stalled, Coach. It's just been squeezed. After they've taken away the ability for them to run the ball effectively, they haven't been able to throw the ball efficiently enough to put any pressure on the Phoenix defense. And now it appears as though because of that, the Fire's defense has really suffered being on the field as much as they have.
Do you think there's some sort of fake?
This could be a
here.
Oh, man.
If she had been a little more patient.
Yep.
She had some help over there. If she'd been a little more patient and just let those blockers get in front of her.
Well, what happened, the funny thing about that is the gunner for the Fire fell down, was actually knocked down to the ground, but because she was knocked down to the ground, when it came time to make a cut, she probably didn't really see her till it was too late because she didn't expect her to get back up, I guess. But that was close to being 6 more points right there.
Well, and I think 6 more points will show up here shortly.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way they can stop them. If you look up, this is going to be the eye right here. If this is the eye, this is the counter. All right, if it's the shotgun, it might be the speed out.
Well, you got to slot out to the right side, true gun backfield. Langley waiting on the snap. The Fire trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and they're not going to come out of their 5-man front, so that's really leaving them vulnerable on the backside right here. But I wouldn't come out of it either. I'd be expecting to run right here.
And there's the snap. It's a low one. Langley pulls it down, decides to run.
And she's got some space.
And she's going to have a nice pickup on first down.
Down to the 21. It's going to bring up to 2nd down and 3, and that's easy for me to say.
All right, just got a report in. Right now, the Pumas are leading 12-0 over the New Orleans Hippies.
Is that game in New Orleans, Coach?
It is. And then the Nighthawks are currently leading 20-7 over the Denver Bandits.
So you got right here, you got 2nd down and 3 for the Phoenix. They're in the same gun look right here. I'm surprised they're not in the eye, just to be honest with you.
Oh.
Offsides.
And
should
they
get them
went a long snap count there.
1st down right there.
Going to get a cheap first down.
1st and 10 should be at the –
I'll tell you what, those are the best kind to get, though.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And the Phoenix line back up, 1st down. Slot out to the left, gun backfield.
Snap.
There's a snap, give on the ISO.
Nice bounce to the outside right here.
Oh.
Down to the 13-yard line. Gain of 3 right there.
Nice carry by number 15, Brandy Pringle.
Pringle gains up 3 and brings up 2nd down and 7. But right now the Phoenix has got, they're doing everything they want. They've put the game, really in the cooler right here, and now they're just running the clock. And I know it sounds funny to say that in the 3rd quarter, but, you can run the football and you can put this next touchdown on the board.
This game's over, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Because they're going to score, and then they're going to run the toss and get the extra point.
Yeah, and it'll be 28-0.
Yes. And the Fire should pack it up. There's a snap. Langley throws it out.
Post. Oh, dropped. That was right there. Great call and a great throw.
I couldn't tell where that ball hit. Did it hit her in the chest?
It looked like it hit it right in the – I think that's number 6.
I thought it came off a knee.
Maybe it did. But it was right there. That's one of those balls that, that should be caught.
Okay.
So it's 3rd down and 7 right here. Ball at the 13-yard line, and here comes the counter.
That's the eye.
It's going left.
And there it is.
And it's going to the end zone.
And there
Touchdown.
You go. Wheeler would not be denied on that one. Nice, tough running. Again, when the Phoenix are at their best, they are running the football.
And tonight they're running the football left with the little counter. It may not be blocked exactly like counter. Oh, they call it back? Man, they did.
What was the call?
I guess they called holding. Okay, then.
All right. Trying to keep the game close. I understand.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 16. And the ball is going to be at the 22-yard line. So now, be interested to see what they do. Might be time for the play fake off that little counter look.
That'd be a good idea.
Try to throw something. Looks like they might be going to call a timeout right here.
I'll tell you what, I think if you did anything, if you came back and you went if you just took your fullback and went one way, anything else going back the other way would be money.
And they called a penalty on him, Coach.
What was the penalty? Delay?
Had to been.
Well, geez, man.
So now it's 3rd and 21.
We're going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Langley under center.
Toss.
Sends the fullback in motion. There's the toss. Got some good blocking.
Nice running, too.
And Wheeler's going to be really close. That's going to bring up 4th and short.
Nah, 4th and 11, Coach.
Okay. Again, this whole I can't see the other stick thing.
Old double sticks.
Double sticks gets me every time, homie.
Old double sticks. And the ball is going to be at about the 16-yard line. You're going to get 4th down and about 11 at the 16-yard line. So now I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't throw that post again right here. That or the speed out.
Well, if you're the Phoenix, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can. You don't have – there's no –
No, you're in no way in any jeopardy of losing this game.
just don't do anything dumb.
I mean, shy of giving them the football and letting them score.
There's the toss.
And trying to get outside.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh.
That's down to the 4-yard line.
And that was a face mask. They're not going to call it. But a face mask is actually – a lot of people don't know this. Sticking your hand in any opening of the helmet is considered a face mask.
It is. Let's see where they mark this ball. It could be a real interesting spot right here.
Up top in the right-hand corner right there, you'll see the L.A. Bobcats. And where are the Majestics out of? Seattle. Seattle and Los Angeles. And this game is being played in Los Angeles, apparently. Quick throw right there by the referee. Ball was thrown across the field, and it didn't take him very long to pull his flag.
No, it did not.
I tell you what, that would be fun to spoof, just like commentate referees.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hilarious. So it sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit.
So it looks like they're going to turn the ball over on downs here in the Phoenix game. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 6 for the Alabama Fire.
Well, the Fire will get to hold the ball for 3 plays and then punt it.
If they don't give it right back.
Billingsley, and this is one of those deals when the wheels are coming off, it is hard to rally the troops.
They've gone to 2 tight ends. Here comes the delay.
And there's the leg. Oh, illegal substitution. And that's going to take them a little bit closer.
To the 3.
So now your quarterback is 4 yards deep in the end zone when they take the snap.
Yeah, and I can't remember any times I've actually put 1st and 13 from the 3 on there.
No, that's not a real common one.
So, I mean, this is about the worst that you can have for the Fire right here.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, it's been fun tonight so far bringing this Women's National Football Conference game. Of course, the Women's National Football Conference sponsored by Adidas and Rydell. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Riddle. It's not like I've never seen that word before. And there's a snap. Billingsley gives. Oh, and they're going to be lucky to get out of the end zone.
Might not get out of the end zone.
And I think she went back in under her own power.
Under her own power. You can't mark it down.
No.
Oh,
she turned and ran the other direction. That's a safety, man.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 16 from the 1.
And there's another Alabama Fire player down.
And that was the most sympathetic referee in the history of the world because that was a safety.
Indeed, it was.
Now at the top of the screen, top right-hand corner of your screen, we're back in San Diego with the Rebellion and the Surge in a 21-14 game for the Surge. We got the Majestics and the Bobcat at the lower right-hand portion of your screen. And we've got wall-to-wall football here. So it should be interesting to see. So I'm taking it the Majestics are in the white, Coach?
Yes.
So the Majestics will be punting right here?
That's correct, sir.
Bobcat's going to get great field position down here.
And, of course, I expect everybody from the Majestics to be really fast.
Holy smokes, we got an end zone view. Wow, that threw me for a loop there.
Camera change.
Yeah, and it was like right before the snap. So for a second there, thought we were going into orbit.
It's like that ride at Epcot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
So the Rebellion will kick off to the Surge. See what adjustments the Surge made after being explosive on offense in their first 3 series. Nothing much to write home about after that. Ball picked up at the 10, returned to the hello. Might be 28-14. No, nice play.
Oh, great job by the kicker right there.
Kicker runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It appears that the –
oh, here's a big return down here at the bottom. Oh, and shoved out of bounds right there. The Bobcats, I thought, might get in.
I think the Phoenix have gone to the 4th quarter right here, Coach. So the Phoenix are 15 minutes away from notching victory number 1 here in the early season.
It's already notched. It's too late.
It's already notched. It's too late, Coach?
Yeah.
Next snap, it's going to be 22-0 because it's going to be a safety.
Yes, it should be 22-0 already.
Actually, it should be 28-0, but hey. All right. So the Surge right here coming out. I'm going to have 1st down and 10 at the 35 after a monstrous kickoff return.
Got an update right here on the Pumas game. The Pumas up 19-0 with 1:32 left in the first half.
The Surge going to Surge to the end zone.
Oh.
Inside zone off the jet fake.
And
touchdown.
That's Gutierrez.
Nice.
Nobody was going to catch her.
And that will make it 27-14. First play of the second half, you had the long kickoff return for the Surge. And then they ran so much jet sweep in the first half that when they saw that motion, had to be thinking, then this came with straight inside zone off the jet, split the defense, and then, you know, really the best way they could start the second half, but kind of the way they started the first half, Coach, running untouched into the end zone.
Indeed. Gutierrez had a touchdown the first half as well.
So the Phoenix right here looking to put some more points on the board with their defense. I can't believe where they spotted this ball at.
Where did they spotted it at the 1?
Yeah, that's a horrible spot.
Oh, my Lord. Well, the Alabama Fire need to send that referee a Christmas card.
Yep. It should be 2nd down and 16 on the 1-yard line right here. I don't know what the holdup is. The extra point is away, and it is good for the San Diego Surge, pushing that score to 28-14. Rebellion to receive the kickoff.
I'm not sure what the White Hats.
In Minnesota, in the Final Four, you've had a ball stuck between the rim and the backboard in a 21-18 game. Texas Tech leading Michigan State. And the Bobcats sitting in the red zone down here.
Give up the middle right there for the Bobcats.
Down to about the 11-yard line. Back to play in the Phoenix game. Looks like we've got everything set and ready to go. Maybe not. Once again, I lied to you.
Yeah, this cat stole a towel out of his mom's house. It's about half a mile long right there, the referee. Billingsley's in the gun. That is gutsy. And she's going to try to let it swing out. And she's under lots of pressure. She just throws the ball up.
Man.
And luckily it went past the line of scrimmage. They're not going to get it for grounding on that one.
No, there was a receiver in the area.
The Bobcats just throw an interception. The Bobcats are in the red zone, and they throw a pick right there. Number 16 from Majestics picks it up. That's what I said. The Bobcats are in white.
No, the Bobcats are in. Oh, yeah, my bad. You're right. I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm too deep, man. Leave me alone.
Okay.
All right.
There's a little production interference there.
Looks like the Fire are going to go empty in their own end zone.
And they're going Wildcat. Number 4 at quarterback. And it's a bad snap. And tries to throw it across the middle.
It's deflected and caught by a lineman, and they blew the whistle.
Without the lineman being down.
No, not at all.
That's okay. Are they calling mulligan? Let's just try it again.
An inadvertent whistle. And why is the ball spotted at the 2?
If it is an inadvertent whistle, the down has to be replayed.
I guess they called her down right there.
You can't call her down. She wasn't down.
And in
you can't make up rules to the game. It's not how this works.
Why not?
But you would be shocked at the number of referees that don't understand the inadvertent whistle.
Nope. They have no clue. Now the Fire will punt. Looks like the Rebellion just had a penalty flag thrown on them for holding on the defense. Maybe did he already just called it the wrong way?
Yeah.
Okay, so that will bring up first and about 20.
It's the sun. The sun's getting to him.
At the 20-yard line.
Okay, now here's the time to go after a punt.
Well, this is the time they're going to set up the return and try to score right here.
Oh, they almost get it. And it was fair call and dropped.
And got back on.
And recovered.
So that'll bring up first down and 10.
That was number 30 for the Phoenix.
At the 24-yard line.
The Majestics trying to throw out of their own end zone. And it's picked by the Bobcats.
This game's been played down there inside the 15-yard line.
They're having an interception exchange.
It's second down and 20 for the Rebellion up in the top right-hand corner of your screen.
The white hat seems to be – there's a lot of focus on the white hat here.
White hat was the assistant baseball coach in the natural. Here come the Phoenix to the line. They're in a doubles look, it looks like. No, they're going to be in trips. I'm guessing this is going to be zone. They weren't set.
Yeah, they're not going to call it, though. And there goes Fuller around the left side.
All the way down to about the 18-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 6.
I think, okay.
Bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, they just moved the chains. I was like, what are they doing?
The Rebellion are really behind the sticks right here. It's been a rough opening drive for them to start the third quarter. Phoenix trying to salt this thing away.
Yeah, it's done, man. You got to open the wound and pour some salt in it.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing.
All right. It looks like the Bobcats just fumbled and the Majestics recovered.
And it is a battle of turnovers.
The turnover bowl down there. And a nice, tough run by Fuller going to get a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be first and goal at about the 8-yard line. And the Rebellion will be forced to punt after losing 11 yards on this series. It's going to set up the Surge with great field position. And with an offense explosive as the Surge, you don't want to give them good field position, which they've had to start the half with the great, kickoff return. So now you're going to get this. You got a tight punt look with one person split wide to the right. Looks like a fake. It is a fake.
And there goes Martin.
And it's going to be short of the first down.
Well, I'm with them. You got to do something.
In the Phoenix game, we have a quarterback sneak down to about the 4-yard line.
Not to be confused with a sneaky quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the Phoenix, I mean, they're just putting the nails in the coffin right here.
Mm-hmm.
The Majestics and Bobcats game is interesting because just since we've been watching, I've seen 3 turnovers.
It has been an affair of turnovers. I'd have it. No, I don't. You take it. No, you have it back. Phoenix to the ball. 2nd and goal from the 5. They've changed quarterbacks, Coach, gone to number 8 in at quarterback for the Phoenix.
Well, that's always a good thing. You want to give as many people reps as you can. There's a snap, and there's a flag and a whistle, apparently. They're going to call a false start on the Phoenix.
So that'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 10. We're going to have a holding penalty up here against the Surge on the jet sweep. It's going to bring up 1st down and 20.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Ball's at the 41-yard line. It's been interesting to see. So you got the Phoenix down here, and they're basically salting this win away to go to 1-0 on the season, Coach. They're getting a lot of people reps down here. It'd be real easy to, keep your starters in the game and score this touchdown, but it looks like they're going to try to give some more people, as you said, reps. And then you got the Rebellion and the Surge up top right here. And it looks like they're going to score
Quarterback
anyway.
run right there. Oh,
down to the 4.
That was a tough run. I thought, okay, she's fixing to get in, and somebody just said, nope.
Yep.
Not today.
3rd and goal at the 4. Bring 2nd down and 20 for the Surge after the incomplete pass right there. And we've played, 4 or 5 snaps in the Majestics game, and nobody's turned it over yet.
Oh, jeez. All right. There's a snap. Quarterback run again.
Hello.
Oh. I think they were waiting on that.
They were.
Hey, Candace, that's what I thought it was Candace. I wasn't sure. Candace, I'm going to bring you on live on air. Just a second, okay? I'm going to hook you up, okay?
106 seconds left in the So I'm confused. I guess it's going to be
turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs, and there go the Surge. Touchdown.
All right, gentlemen.
And it's Gutierrez again.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to bring in live real quick our commissioner of the league. Candace, can you hear us? Candace, are you out there? Let's see if you're picking us up here. Hey, it's just technology. Let's see how bad we hurt our ears. Yes, we did. We hurt our ears. Candace, can you hear us? Let's see. Candace, are you there? I always wanted to do that. That's the best thing in the world. Say, hey, is everybody there? Can everybody hear us? Is everybody there? All right. Go ahead, gentlemen. Y'all take it away. I'm just trying to
You got
deal with
another
technology.
Alabama Fire player down.
It looks like the Majestics are on the move in L.A. against the Bobcats, and the Surge are lining up to kick the extra point to make it 35-40. Snap, touch, kick is away, kick is good. So it's 35-14 in San Diego. Majestics trying to get a drive together against the Bobcats.
I think if the Majestics would just run.
Yeah.
But the couple times I've watched them try to, I watched the quarterback pull the ball down.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of hesitation. When saying things like that, when you make a decision, you gotta go with it. You know? Good or bad, you gotta go with it.
So the Surge will be kicking off. Hello.
Hey, that's a nice, clear sound.
Yeah,
All right.
it is.
Hey, hey, Candace, are you there? No, she's not. That's good times, man. That means I'm just about to hurt your ears.
Looks like that the Alabama Fire player's up and moving off the field under her own power.
It's nice when everything works one time. That's it. It's a nice commercial they got going on.
I like the Adidas commercial.
Yeah, a little good Adidas commercial.
Looks like the Surge are getting ready to kick off. And I thought I was right. I didn't think I missed a down in the Phoenix game. It should be 4th down for the Phoenix right here and goal. And it should be at the 6-yard line. So, interesting. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebellion at their own 33-yard line. And you got the Phoenix sitting down here at 4th and goal. Going to try to throw this thing.
Jump pass.
Touchdown.
Deflected and then caught.
And that's just the kind of night it's been. And they get a little touchdown dance right there.
Yeah, that's just the Alabama Fire player deflected the ball and it was still caught. And had it not been deflected, I don't know that it would have been completed.
Wow, nice throw. Nice pickup 1st down yardage right there for the Rebellion. That was a tough throw. A very tough throw.
Yeah, that was nicely done. But it's been a great night. We're bringing you a lot of action here from the Women's National Football Conference from both the Atlantic and Pacific conferences, giving you games from all over the country.
Phoenix getting ready to try the point after.
Oh my goodness.
I saw it.
Did you see it down there? For those that just missed it, the Majestic quarterback was rolling to her left and just completely lost the handle on the ball.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate. But it's amazing how slippery the ball can be. I watch it come out of the back of people's hands and just, somebody go to throw it and then the ball's not there. And it's interesting stuff. Playing quarterback's tough.
All right, so the Phoenix were successful in their point after attempt and made it 27-0. The game has officially been called, so that'll put the Phoenix at 1-0 on the year.
Yeah, there were a lot of players from the Fire that seemed to be dinged up.
Yeah.
And so it's probably best. This game was done. It was done. But it's a great night for the Phoenix. And you always hope to get that first one under your belt.
And it was funny because early in the game it looked like the Fire were dominating, but the Phoenix just late in the second quarter took control of the game and never relinquished it. They just dominated the second half.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to weather the storm and then settle in and play.
Rebellion sitting here at 3rd down right here, trailing 35-14. Got to come up with a play.
Quarterback run to the left. Oh, toss. My bad. Same. And see, again, I think you don't hesitate. I think you hit the gas right there.
It's going to be 4th down, they're saying.
Fake toss, a little fake toss counter right there.
Yep, it'll be 4th and 9 right here in the Rebellion game. Up top of the Majestics Bobcats game, I keep getting thrown off because they keep switching the camera angles. It's giving me vertigo. Oh.
Hey, it's all right, man. I made you.
Welcome back to the living.
Yeah. Too many wires are plugged in at this point, so we're not going to try to do a phone call. I'll work on this next week. That's it. The trials and tribulations of trying to get a phone call up in this place. Sorry for that, gentlemen.
The Bobcats line up. A little eye action. Try to give them on an ISO, but the Majestics are all over it.
Rebellion are going to punt right here. If this ball is picked up, they had a chance for a big return right there, but they just played it safe. trust their offense, and they'll take over at the 26 right here. About midway through the third quarter.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They might have been playing that one Tecmo style, trying to pad your stats.
Yeah. Take it and run back to the 1 yard line so you can get 99 yards. Old school NCAA stat patter.
The Utah Falcons are up 21-0 over, if I can get their game, who they're playing here for a second. They're playing the Las Vegas Silver Stars, and they're up 21-0 in the second quarter.
Unfortunately for them, their name is the Falcons, so no lead is safe.
No. And you just can't let that go. It's okay, man. It's all right.
Well, I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm not afraid to tell the truth.
I hear you. Well, gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. We've pulled a lot of things together, thrown a lot of stuff at you. I did not expect to get the Majestic game or the Bobcats game, so that's great that we were able to bring both of those to you. Sorry that the footage of the New Orleans game wasn't great. Neither was the Houston Heat. We'll work on that and hopefully get you a little bit better. Hopefully everybody's going to be able to sit tight and sit back and relax a little bit and watch the remaining parts of these two games. We'll take the Majestic game up to halftime. We'll finish out this Surge game, but you always can check both of those games are located on YouTube, so you're more than welcome to watch them individually or just sit back with us, and we'll talk a little bit about both games.
Right now you got the Surge sitting down, and looks like they're going to be jet sweep right here. They had to belly that thing way deep in the backfield.
Guess we went out of bounds?
Yeah, loss of about a yard is going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Say, well, they got some real speed on that Surge team.
This Majestic's Bobcat game has turned into a wow. What did you say about the center not being protected?
Yeah.
Wow, that poor center right there got just ejected. Punt picked up and returned by the Bobcats, or by the Majestics right there. Somebody, they need to look into that because somebody just got destroyed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
There's a penalty on the play. Let's see what they call.
Destroying the center?
No, they call it holding. Here comes jet motion again. They're going to run the jet now. The Surge are committed to running the jet.
Well, let's find out what you do good
and do that one thing.
Well,
and everything that they have done so far comes off of that.
Well, and that's a really smart way to do things. Where stuff looks the same.
Yep.
It makes it hard to defend.
Yes, it does. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 right here for the Surge. I'd look for the quarterback to be running this ball right here. That's just me, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're going to have little trips. Look for motion right here and a quarterback counter. Looks like they're milking the clock.
It was an offensive lineman.
How did we come up with that analogy, by the way, just to get some humorous across? Milking the clock. What do you think came across with it?
Why do we say it?
Yes, why do you think we got the word milking the clock?
I'm guessing because you milk a cow until a cow is out of milk, so you're going to milk the clock until it's out of time.
Okay.
There's a lot of phrases have to do with the clock. When I was an hourly employee, we used to say riding the clock.
Okay.
Has anybody seen the new ribs at Outback? I just saw a commercial.
Did it look good?
Okay, they're deep fried, then barbecued.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And then they have the sauce from the Bloomin' Onion on them.
Okay, that could be an indigestion war waiting to happen. I mean, I don't even know what to think about that, man. That made my tummy hurt just thinking about it right now. Well, goodness gracious.
Fox Brothers is famous for the fried rib.
Okay. The things they're teaching me here on a Saturday night.
Yeah, everybody knows I'm a fat guy.
Yes, yes, and we're not going to deny that.
No. It's I will say I've never been referred to as a hefty Mary Poppins though.
Oh, did you go there? Yes. For those people that are trying to figure that out, I had the opportunity to be on Wife Swap. We just had our first episode premiere, and the reviews end, and they called me a hefty Mary Poppins. So I don't know how either that or a nice Southern Mrs. Doubtfire. So, they call me a country bumpkin of Doubtfire, but I'll go with what I have, you know. So, you know, it's what it was and what it was on that part. So, hey.
It's so funny to me what people think country bumpkins are.
Right. The Nighthawks are up 26-7. Appreciate the update in the third quarter.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right, because if she gets out of this, and it's going to be a first down. Almost disaster in the backfield for the Surge, ends up being a first down.
Yeah, that's the thing when you're running the zone off of that jet motion. Yeah, and this is, again, going back to that whole what you're doing. When you run that, that's got to be all that you do.
Yeah.
Because the timing, the number of times that you have to practice that to have it be boom, boom, where, you know, it looks seamless and you leave the defense going, okay, who's got the ball? You know, you really have to – that has to be your point of emphasis. You know, teams that are able to do multiple things like this, you know, just about the only way that when I see high school teams able to pull that kind of stuff off and run multiple offenses, I'm thinking about John Millage right now to be able to do a lot of different stuff. My only thought is that stuff started with your youth program.
Yeah, and Valdosta used to be the same way. You know, I'm not sure they're still doing that down there. I would think that they are. Colquitt was that way.
But until we have at least ladies high school football,
you
know these ladies are working at a disadvantage.
And in the state of Georgia this year, they actually had the first female 7-on-7 flag state championship.
Well, and that's definitely a step in the right direction for women in football. You know, I think we had our very first female get a college scholarship this year.
Mm-hmm.
She's a safety, if I'm not mistaken.
She is.
Where does she go?
Nah, don't be quizzing us like that on Saturday night. Shame on you. You'll have to grab your phone and be able to do that since we're off the mix as well. One thing that we're hoping here with the Women's National Football Conference and this whole TV setup, we're hoping to actually bring games to you. We appreciate everybody, especially the Majestics and the LA Bobcats and the Surge and the Rebellion. Felt like it was a really great broadcast across the board on those ends. I know that we're still working on a couple of ones, trying to figure out what's the best process to give us. But y'all have done a great job kind of tuning in with us and enjoying the games. We appreciate you staying with us throughout the games. And once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. We're located out of Atlanta, Georgia, bringing these games to you live, sitting back kind of watching as they go. And there goes the Surge again. Goodness gracious.
Jet sweep again.
Wow. I tell you what, great job running the ball, pressing the hole, and then bouncing. That's just –
I mean, and setting up the block
perfectly. And forcing people to make a decision.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the job tonight by number 10 and number 27, I'm looking for 10's name real quick, for the Surge.
No, you got the Rebellion on there.
That's Stacy Gregorio. Between her and Adriana Gutierrez, I tell you what, the job they've done running the ball tonight.
Yeah, and the plan, because we talk about all the time, if you can do things that look the same, and you mentioned it a while ago, but what they do on offense fits. It doesn't look like they've tried to take 10 or 15 offenses and put them together. Right now, everything is jet motion. Here comes the inside zone, or a little counter action off of it.
And there it goes, just rumbling.
I mean, they've got them. They don't know what's going to happen right now. The Rebellion are on their heels because you get jet motion, then you get jet motion, then you get jet motion, and off the jet motion, you got quarterback counter, you got, inside zone, you got counter for the running back. I mean, everything looks the same.
It's very interesting. The first half of the Atlanta Phoenix at Alabama Fire game, it was 6-0 going into halftime. Final score ended up 27-0.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then with the San Diego and the Surge, or the Surge and the Rebellion, very explosive offenses on both parts. And it looks like the Surge has taken really kind of the, I want to say, add one on them and been able to take their advantage there. As for other games such as the Utah Falcons over the L.A. Silver Stars, the Las Vegas Silver Stars, looks like it's 12-0 right there, or 21-0 on that score. Haven't gotten a final update on the Pumas. The North Florida Pumas were ahead 19-0 over the New Orleans Hippies. And the last one that we had heard with the Nighthawks, they were in a comfortable lead, 20-7 over the Denver Bandits. The only last update we have not been able to give you anything on, because it was a ground level camera, was the
Heat.
Yeah, well, the Denver Heat
and the Spartans.
The elite Spartans. So we haven't been able to give an update on that one, but we appreciate everybody tuning in. We've had good viewership, good numbers sitting out there. As I look over there, I see 58 people watching now. That makes me giggle. So I like that on that end. But we will be bringing you some form of women's football next week. The couple of kind of interesting matchups based on what we saw this week already. Week 2, it's a small game of affair. There's only a total of 6 games playing. The Alabama Fire are taking on the New Orleans Hippies. The Atlanta Phoenix are heading down to North Florida. The Utah Falcons are taking on the Lady Bandits. The Silver Stars are taking on the Majestics. The Bobcats are taking on the Rebellion. And the Hawks, the Nighthawks, are taking on the elite Spartans. The one I'm more intrigued about out of all those matchups is probably, my guess, is the Bobcats and the Rebellion, because I feel like both of them got good broadcast capabilities. So I feel like we're going to see a good game to be able to do that. So that's pretty exciting. We haven't seen much. I don't know necessarily who's broadcasting the Majestics or the Bobcats. I think we've come to the conclusion that it is the LA Bobcats broadcasting the game at this point. But definitely want to see everybody kind of tune in, see what's out there. Hopefully you get a chance to watch a little bit of games this next week on that. The end of the game, start of the fourth quarter, 35-14 on that part. We'll hang with you just a little bit longer here before we kind of dispatch, and wish everybody a wonderful rest of the weekend over here in the Eastern time zone. We're ending up our spring break, so we'll take away and kind of step away a little bit. But congratulations to Women's National Football Conference. We'll work on our phone conversations so I don't kill everybody's ears. We were able to get our general manager and owner of the Phoenix, April Chrysler, on the phone, and then everything else decided to go haywire. So I don't necessarily know what caused it, so I'll look into it and figure that part out.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm thinking about the Surge's offense and the whole Mazzoni style. That's how I think of that, the end zone offense.
Yeah.
And how similar that is to being a spread version of the wing T.
Yep.
And I was thinking, if you were to take a group of talented ladies like we're watching right here and to run the wing, I wonder if you could pull it off or if you would not have enough practice time.
Yeah, the wing is, coming from a guy that ran the spread and then came into an offense that was a wing offense, the differences seemed like a lot until you actually got into it. Here comes quarterback counter.
Good call.
Here comes quarterback touchdown.
Yep, great blocking.
They got everything they do is just based off that motion.
And they are just killing them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they've gotten to the point now where the Rebellion doesn't know what's going to happen. I mean,
well, you've been hurt by pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you sit on?
What do you stop? What do you take away? And right now you don't have anything to take away.
That's one of the things we do as football coaches is when we sit down and we look at a team, we go, okay, what are the 5 things they do best? How many of those can we take away?
And how do you take them away?
Yeah, and obviously, how do you take them away? Is it sitting on a player? Is it sitting on, is it not letting them have something by alignment? What is it you're trying to take away?
Picked off down in the
turnover bowl.
That's all. They seem to be going back and forth a little bit on that
But,
end.
again, early in the season is where you're going to see a lot of that. Just because everybody is nervous. People aren't used to doing it as much. You end up with a lot of penalties.
Well, watch this replay right here and tell me what you see. Pressure right in the face of the quarterback.
Well, and that is the world's best pass defense.
It is. And if you watched it, when the Majestics are on defense, the Bobcats, when they drop back, they don't have any time to throw the ball either. So right now you're in a defensive struggle. And the winner of this game is going to be the team that capitalizes on the mistake. And I say that in the, not to be too
cliche.
Cliched, but somebody's going to do something. Cliche.
Well, it's 0-0. I mean, we saw the same thing with the Fire and the Phoenix. I mean, it's that first week trying to figure out where they are. Because there's two conferences, all these teams play each other twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. So, for example, sometimes back-to-back twice.
Okay.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle each other, and they're going to get enough. They're going to get enough looks at each other. To the point that you get the opportunity when you look at the Atlanta Phoenix schedule itself. And because we are an Atlanta Phoenix focused team, in that sense, right here and there, you look at it and they play the Pumas. Then they come back and play the Pumas at home. Okay. Then they go play the Fire at home. And then they go play the Elite Spartans. And then they come back and play the Houston Heat.
Well,
so those are those matchups right there.
Well, I'm going to give a public service announcement to the league. Whoever is playing the San Diego Surge.
Let's look at that.
They better get some speed. They better get some speed training in that week. Cause
I'm telling you, they hit the corner and they're gone. They're busting their head.
Well, and the running it the right way. You're not just running to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like you're pressing it and then bouncing.
Right. They played Las Vegas Silver Stars, meaning this is the San Diego Surge team in the left-hand corner that we're talking about. Then they go back and play the Seattle Majestics, and then they play the Majestics again back-to-back. Then they have a little rematch here with the Rebellions, and then they go take the Lady Bandits on June 1st.
Well, because of the way it's set up, two things come to my mind is how healthy can you stay?
Right.
That's the first thing. And then who's going to peak at the right time?
Well, it's a 6-game schedule. You got 15 teams. It's a 6-game schedule, and then you're looking at the playoffs right after following June 1st. So, there's a lot of things that are open. You're exactly right. What I'm more curious about is when you're playing a team twice and you got footage on them, Ooh.
Big completion down here.
My goodness.
They popped
for
it
the
up.
Bobcats.
Just threw it up, and
all vertical routes.
Number 85 went up and got it.
And I am appreciative of when you start talking about travel. One thing that I think I go back and look at the league that just closed down in the
AAF.
Thank you. And the AAF league is in the sense of something went wrong with our stream. Is that I wonder, was it too much travel? Where they spending too much money going about in that part where they couldn't, so I feel like that they've contained the travel somewhat with these teams. Right now, the only two East Coast teams are only two. It's the Pumas and the Phoenix at this point.
If you remember in the AAF, the Legends played in Orlando, and the next weekend they played in San Diego.
Right.
So, that's not cutting down any travel.
No.
It's very expensive to move all of that stuff out there.
Oh, it is. And from a travel perspective, there was a lot of, because it was a small league, and in this situation, and that might be why they're having to play each other twice, a home and away, a home and away, and home and away, and be done. And, and the one thing that when I was speaking with the league itself, they were talking about that they're not going to grow too fast. They're going to take their time when they're going about doing it.
Well, and the whole quality over quantity thing, I like that.
Yes, when she was speaking about that, April, at the very beginning, and I almost felt like we were going to have a good matchup with the Surge and the Rebellion, and then that turned sideways, 42-12.
Well, I think that the Surge showed up with a superior scheme.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Well, superior are I'm going to run. Because there was some speed out there that I hadn't seen in a while.
Well, and we all know, we've heard it said a million times, it ain't the X's and O's, it's the Johnnies and Joes.
Or the Jills and
Janes.
Thank you. So, but yeah, and when it comes down to it, if you have somewhat of a scheme, highlights of the evening, what would you say there, Coach Collins?
From the Phoenix game?
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of Phoenix, and we'll go through. We didn't have much of an opportunity to talk about anybody else. Oh, got a first touchdown up here.
I would say getting in that first time for the Phoenix was probably really big. Kind of opened the floodgates. I always love to watch the Phoenix defense just because they're so suffocating.
Right.
And I enjoy that. Like, I appreciate that. Whereas, most of America, unfortunately, wants to watch people score. Like, I enjoy watching defensive football, and that's just me.
Right. No, I understand that. I like that. Especially, people commenting on this past Super Bowl with that same concept. It was 6-0, and it was who was going to break, who was going to blink, and what came about it, in a lot of these games tonight across the week one in the Women's National Football Conference, it has been, except for the Surge and the Rebellion, a fairly
That's what you needed. They got the big play. Now they got a punt return. They're down inside the 20. So you got your best chance to score right here if you're the Majestic.
So other than watching defense, Coach Collins, anything else that come to your mind?
The surge and just the skill of the running backs.
Okay.
And and as a current fat guy, former offensive lineman,
right,
the job that was done up front, and not just by the offensive linemen, but I'm watching their receivers. Everybody's blocking downfield, and the difference between, for the offensive line, I used to always say this: the difference between a 5-yard gain and a touchdown is backside blocking. And those people on the backside hustling and getting downfield and finding a safety.
Right.
Just really good football.
I'd agree. Craig, your last thoughts before we kind of close out here on the evening at hand?
I'm going to go off of what Adam said in regards to the Phoenix. I thought it was really interesting watching the Alabama Fire try to play away from the Phoenix strengths because of Carla Odom sitting in the middle, and she can really dominate a game. So they were very outside-based early in the game, and when the Phoenix took away their ability to get outside, it kind of, ended up there. They never made an adjustment to go and do anything else.
Right.
But as far as watching it overall, going back to the Surge, just watching the way that they execute, their execution, Coach Collins said something about scheme, and we made the X's and O's thing, but if you put a superior scheme with the Jills and the Janes, then you've got a recipe for success. And right now it's showing up because they're doing anything they want to in this game offensively.
Well, what will be very interesting is we had a chance to watch week one. I'm not going to ask you to give a prognostication of who's going to be in the Denver championship game, the number 9 Cup. I don't know if I even said that particularly right on my brain. I apologize to be able to do that. But it'll be interesting to see the results of week one. And I'm always about what happens week two.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams have the week 2 off. Some teams don't because you have an odd number team. And that's the first touchdown there by the Seattle Majestics. They got on the board week 1 of the Women's National Football Conference. I wanted to make sure we hung in there enough to see their touchdown come across the screen. We have posted, if you don't know where to go and you're on the Women's National Football Conference site, go over to Score Sports. We've listed under the comments sections of all the links where you can go to watch these games, some of them good, some of them bad in the sense of actually being able to see coverage, but you can go in there and click on and watch it. It's been a lot of fun out here today. We're glad that we were able to spend about 3 hours with you. The only thing we can think is that we're probably going to spend more with you as time goes on. It'll get a little crazier, but we're glad we were able to bring a multitude of games and our thought process through it. We've had a chance over the past years to work with women's football, and it's been a lot of fun. We had a chance to call last year's championship in the WFA, the different division championships, so it's been great bringing at least week 1 of the WNFC to you all. Congratulations to the Phoenix. It looks like congratulations to the Surge. And there they go running again down the field to do that. Gentlemen, I hate that you have to go back to school on Monday being teachers that you are. But, hey, football's right around the corner for the men in the spring football world. We're about to start some high school football here in the state of Georgia. So sit back and enjoy. Flip those channels. Be safe out there. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you next Saturday. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network, bringing you football from the Women's National Football Conference. Take care. Be safe.